Jay Crawford, Adam the Bull, Garrett Bush, Dustin Fox, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell, plus, ba-da-da-da-da, you're loving him, Mikey McNuggets. And so many big names, it would take me hours to say all of their names. The ultimate Cleveland sports show starts now. Booyah!
All right, everybody, welcome to the latest edition of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, along with G. Bush, Dustin Fox, Tyvis Powell. I'm Adam the Bull. I was stunned. Not only Tyvis.
When you don't see no hat, that mean business.
Hey,
First of all, with that business, I want to, before we go any further,
I
want to wish my wife a happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Good call.
Lauren, happy birthday. You are an amazing wife, the best partner a man can ask for. You truly have helped me become the man that I am today because I was headed down a dark road, and you showed me the light. So I appreciate you. I love you. You're a wonderful mother and a wonderful wife. Thank you.
Damn, you got a tough act to follow, G. Bush.
G. Bush's wife's birthday is today as well.
Yeah. So I wanna send a shout out to Rose Bush, and I want to just go ahead and do the Cliff Notes version of what Tyvis said.
Just say what he said.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I would say, I would die for you, but I need you to figure out a way for us to both live. That's like now that dying from something, I need you to give me an antidote. Man. So I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We, shout out to you and doing your thing, man. I'm sorry, Randy Jackson, man. You started off slow.
Randy Jackson. Speaking of Randy Jackson,
but you brought it on home.
It's a no for me, dog.
Speaking of Randy Jackson, have you guys seen the preview for the Michael Jackson movie?
Yeah, I think the theater's going to be packed when that comes
Oh, my God. It looks good.
He's playing Michael Jackson.
I don't know. I think it's his nephew.
Oh, is that?
I think it's his real-life nephew.
Is it going to be better than The American Dream? Because that's a classic.
What was that?
The one where they showed...
With Jason Weaver?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
What?
I didn't see it. I've never heard of it.
You know what? Here you were in the black community. You was
I
lost black community points?
Yeah,
bro,
I don't like that.
Yeah. You got to go home and rent that.
I'm gonna have
some thug points.
I'm gonna have to watch it because I cannot lose my black community points.
Like that's
I'm very upset about that.
Yeah, it was a classic back in the day. Young Michael Jackson was played by Jason Weaver, who also played the young Simba in Lion King.
You don't know who Jason Weaver is?
I'm gonna look him up. Let me see if I know him.
He also played on.
He was on Smart
Guy.
Yeah, he was the
Smart Guy.
Jason.
With Tia and
I'm
Tamara
trying to
Mars.
think of what movie he would have been in that you would know.
He was also in the.
He's 46 years old now. He has the same birthday as my wife. Look at that.
Look, that's crazy.
In fact, they were born on the exact same day.
In that case, you're back in.
Yes,
with the
back
family.
in.
You're back in. The transitive property. Yeah, you got back in. Right?
Let's see. Yeah, Michael Jackson in the new movie is being played by his nephew Jafar Jackson. I don't know whose kid that is.
Whose bloodline is that, bro? Jafar Jackson? That's funny.
Wait a minute, ain't one of them Jacksons? Don't the brothers share a baby mom?
What?
I'm pretty sure. I want to say one of them two brothers got a kid by the same name.
I think they did. I don't know if that's somebody. Some of the old. There's some CU aunties that know that. Let me know.
I mean, outside of Michael and Janet, most of the rest of the Jacksons
Tito
kind of fell off. I mean, yeah, but he wasn't big.
No, he wasn't big.
Yeah. How famous do you? I've always gone to the fact that I know there's more famous people. I know Taylor Swift is very look. People already got
blowing me
up. They're like Michael Jackson, like Tito, and all the rest of them. I know Taylor Swift is.
They said Randy and Jermaine. They share the same baby mom.
So
of course, shout out to the chat.
There will be nobody who is more famous than Michael Jackson. I don't care who it is. The case study says that if you can have grown Asian men falling out at the site. From
You're saying Michael Jackson was bigger than Michael Jordan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. You're talking about this. Michael Jordan wasn't huge.
I don't know, G. Bush. You got to go to a YB concert. These YNs they catching the Holy Ghost and crying over YB.
Michael Jackson.
However, Michael Jackson can show up in Saudi Arabia and they will pass out. Oh, Michael. He would go to Thailand.
The closest thing we had to Michael is Chris Brown, but he got the Rihanna thing. So like,
he kind of got
ever pass him. But like as far as like talent and dancing and performing, It might be better than
Michael Jackson crossed like all communities, really.
All
Everyone.
barriers, yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody liked Michael Jackson.
Thugs, old people,
Yeah, it didn't
like
matter.
Amish people. Like if Michael Jackson was so famous that my mom was a little kid when she watched him.
Yeah.
And then Michael Jackson has been so famous that he died years and years and years ago. But if you have a kid today, Dustin got kids, they know who Michael Jackson
My
is.
son, dude, it's hilarious you bring this up. We were driving home the other day, and I was talking about like music that I listened to growing up. And like, I heard Mom said you've been into some like old school like hip hop and stuff. He's like, yeah, Dad, but I'm really into Michael Jackson right now. I'm like
what?
yeah.
How? Like you're like how?
I'm like, okay, like what do you mean? He's like, well, I love it. I'm like, so what do you give me your top 5 favorite songs? And he like lists them out.
Really?
And I put them on, dude. And little man's got some pipes, dude. He can sing a little bit. He's
Oh,
got a sweet
listen.
little voice.
Oh, man.
And he was just singing away.
And you're like, what? With the high
He's
falsetto?
like, rock with me.
Well, and the Thriller video just like changed.
Oh,
the
that
game.
was
the
it.
game.
Yeah. I used to be scared of that
It was creepy.
when I was a kid. I was like when he did the thing at the end and he turned around with
Oh,
the eye,
no.
It used to freak
Yeah.
me out.
Oh,
It used
listen.
to freak me out.
And- Did you see that video
I saw it.
from New York City? You saw that?
Which
course.
one?
On Halloween, this past
they
Halloween.
had,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Had like
all
1,000
these people in the street.
dude.
That was crazy.
Oh, they did the
All
Thriller?
Yeah.
Choreography was
I
like
didn't
1,000
see
It was
people.
amazing.
They do it every year, and they get it jumping. Mike be having. I just don't know it. Like there's certain things where you just can't. You be watching somebody, and you be like, I done seen this video 1,000 times. Why am I still watching this?
I know.
I'm really trying to think of an artist that's
There's
across
nobody.
all races. It's popular. Was Prince like that?
He was kind of like that, but not like that.
Not as big as Michael.
Is Taylor Swift like that?
No.
No.
It's hard to make a grown.
She's the
person.
biggest star now, right?
I would think.
Like,
YB.
Like when
Shout out to Young Boy.
he was running around with the National Guard in foreign countries
Yeah,
in a
dude,
limo,
it's
He
different.
did
Yeah.
the first Super Bowl halftime show, right?
and then stood there for 32
He sure-
minutes just like this.
I don't know if it was the first, but it was definitely with the best.
Yeah.
Stop, bro. Because he did
No,
do
he's
that.
definitely the
He
biggest.
did do that, though.
Just stood there?
Yeah. You ain't seen he came up out the thing, he popped up out the thing, and,
And
he just stood there.
posted. And the whole, Michael! Oh my gosh, he's standing there. He's looking in the sky, Michael! Yeah, that's what they was doing.
All right.
All right, well, yeah.
We'll switch from Michael Jackson to sports. Mike has something for us first.
Yeah, big show today, guys. Let's dive right in. The NBA is back. There's no better place to get in on the action than with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into same-game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when their first $5 bet wins. So head over to FanDuel.com/UCSS to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Today, we have a winning FanDuel ticket from our guy Daniel Caruso. He had a monster same-game parlay win on last night's Monday Night Football game. He had the Cowboys -3.5. CeeDee Lamb, anytime touchdown scorer. George Pickens, anytime touchdown scorer. George Pickens over 5 receptions. Dak Prescott over 3 touchdown passes. The under on Geno Smith touchdown passes. And the under on Ashton Genty's total rushing and receiving yards. That $10 bet won Daniel Caruso $587.04 on the FanDuel app. So if you have a winning FanDuel ticket, make sure you guys send it in to us as well.
Bernie's doing well.
Yep.
As of now, he had his transplant yesterday.
I seen the video of him
He's
today.
doing videos.
Yeah.
So
He like hooked up to all that stuff, but he said he's good.
yeah. So obviously, when you're recovering from a transplant, there's things that can happen along the way. But right now, everything's good for Bernie, and obviously, I don't know that we need to keep people up to date because he keeps everybody up to date on social media.
Fingers crossed
But
for
we
Bernie
will.
out there.
All right. So
let's dive
go
in,
ahead.
though, guys. Mary Kay reported yesterday that there's, quote, a 99.9% chance Shedeur Sanders starts against the Las Vegas Raiders. Dillon Gabriel still in concussion protocol. Kevin Stefanski will update us on his status tomorrow. But I did a ton of research last night. I couldn't find any example this season of a player clearing concussion protocol.
No, he's not
going
to play.
So, as Mary Kay reported, 99.9% chance he plays. Dustin and Tyvis, you guys weren't here yesterday, so let's start with you guys on your thoughts on from Shedeur against the Ravens, and how much do you think a full week of reps will help him get ready for his first career NFL start?
Well, listen, I think it's going to help him. It can't be worse. He took no reps before this game with the ones, which is not a surprise. I mean, that's typically how the week goes for starting quarterbacks and for backups and that whole thing. There's no conspiracy out there against Shedeur Sanders and his reps in practice. That's how it goes. And some other quarterbacks have talked about this. Bull, you and I chatted about this morning on on your podcast. But no, I think he'll play better this weekend. It was not a great performance, but he was put into a tough spot. You come into a game, the offense was not doing much, even with Dillon Gabriel there. And once he went in the game, the Ravens just decided they were going to tee off on him, which was a smart play by Harbaugh and company. And yeah, I thought his throw to Larvidan, which nearly was caught, was great. I mean, the other stuff was just a couple of checkdowns and then a couple sacks and a lot of pressures and things like that. But I don't know that there's anything to glean into. I mean, it wasn't a great performance, but it was a tough spot to be in.
I looked at it as when he first came into the game, it looked I thought the first pass was perfect because it was like getting some completions. Completions always equals confidence for quarterbacks. So anytime he can do that, I thought that was the perfect way to start. I think that he learned quickly that you don't have a lot of time, and I think in that moment, he's been thinking big play a lot, and he's got to realize, like, I got to take the short stuff because sometimes the offensive line is going to protect it, sometimes they ain't. And when they didn't, he tried to spin out of it, and, I'm sure everybody's been telling him since he came into the league, like, you can't go backwards or you're going to get sacked. You're not going to be able to get away as much as you think you are. And the 2 sacks was horrendous. But it's funny because in that same game, you tell him to go out there in a under 2-minute situation to go win the game, and to me, I thought he made his best throws. But also, the line protected better that entire drive. The first play to Harold on the 25-yard dig was a perfect drive starter. I mean, you get a chunk play on your first play on a drive starter. That's like the key thing that all quarterbacks talk about in a 2-minute situation. Hit the drive starter, get it going, make that first play, and then let's roll from there. So I thought him getting that huge play was perfect. And it's funny because that pass that he missed to Bond, he did the spin out thing that he does, and it just so happened to work. And he just couldn't get his feet under him to throw it and hit it or make an accurate throw. But he bounced right back and threw the perfect pass to Gage. And shout out to Cheeto. I played with Cheeto in Dallas. He just made a really good play on that ball. And then on the last one, Draymond looked like he jumped off sides a little bit. Draymond funny for that one. He jumped off sides a little bit, kind of ruined the whole play and messed up the whole thing. But what I liked about the entire thing was you felt like you had a chance, and it was something that we honestly hadn't been able to say at all this season. When you talk about gotta have the drives, it was nice to see, like, all right, maybe this kid might have that moment. And I thought, he seems like he's ready for the big stage. It will be interesting to see what it looks like with the complete work or a work week of working with the ones and not having to worry about hearing his cadence for the first time and being able to only throw to Gage, which he said in Hungry Dogs he was comfortable throwing to Gage because Gage is out there in Hungry Dogs and he got the most chemistry with them. So it's going to be interesting to see this week. And if he does well, there's no reason to go back.
Agreed. Before we dive into that further, because you were doing this just a minute ago, right? That's
dressed up.
Sure. What did you guys make of the fact that the other teams, the Ravens players, were kind of clowning him on
That's
that?
what you're supposed to do.
That's what they're
okay.
That's what you're supposed. Anytime. All right. I mean, if you make a play on Cam Ward, you going like that every time.
He does that? I didn't know.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah. That was his thing in Miami.
I didn't know.
Yeah, when Lamar did a play, he used to do the skip thing, and the players used to get a pick and do the skip thing to him all the time. Now you do that all the time.
So
discount the Aaron Rodgers used to do the belt thing. Anytime you make a play on one of them quarterbacks, you do that.
Okay. The guys used to make fun of Manziel too, and they make a play on him.
Manziel deserved it. I mean,
right, but if you've got a signature thing you do,
they're going to do it too.
You're a rookie. Yeah, come on.
Even if I'm out there, they're gonna do the Duke and knee jerk. Ooh, my leg. Ooh, that leg is shaky. Nah, listen, that's what we like to see. Hey, if you don't like that, shut them up. You got to listen. The thing is, we got to see the touchdown so you can get that off in the end zone. You know what I'm saying?
Hit that.
Yeah, like eventually what'll happen is they'll either stop. They'll never stop doing it. Like the money Manziel fingers, them trigger fingers was like that was immediately. I remember his first game he started against the Bengals. Remember, he got smoked.
Yeah.
I mean, Carlos,
one of the worst games I've ever seen anybody play.
Right? Like it
was like they just picked the guy off the street and said, "Go play quarterback today."
That's what it was like.
Yeah, it was nasty work. So hopefully it won't be that. You know what I'm excited for is like you guys. Maybe you can speak to this. Like, do you remember your first game that you started where it was
in college or league?
College or in
like both?
Well, I never started a game in the league, so
you
didn't?
Really? I swore you started for the Bills.
No, played a little nickel and dime, but
You didn't even start like a start nickel. You was a start nickel.
I never started a game, first play, never.
So did you come in the third play?
I mean,
on nickel,
maybe.
Well, that counts. We got to work on your resume
because
I would have been.
Now, if you would have played in today's football, you'd be in every play.
So we'll go with this. Your first game that you started, like in college, right? That's bigger than most people's careers anyway. When you first got the first start, like what was it like that first, like during the week of practice?
For me, college or
both
NFL?
of y'all.
Because I had one start in my career, just one start in the NFL.
Both. What did it feel like?
So the NFL was wild because you're talking about a kid who was going up and down on the practice squad. Some weeks she was active, some weeks she wasn't. So I had that going on. But the week that they told me I was going to be the starter. I had a short week because remember, I played Arizona. Our safeties got hurt. Both of our safeties got hurt, and I had to go in the game, and I gave up the game-winning touchdown to Christian Kirk.
Right.
So in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm getting cut on Tuesday. Like, it's done. Like, they're going to bring somebody in here. It's done. And shout out to Jeff Halfley. Coach Half was like, no, you going to be the starting safety this week. It's on me. We didn't have you prepared for that situation. It's on me. We going to make you start this week against the Raiders. So I was like, all right, bet. It's a redemption song. But it was a Thursday night. So we played Sunday. We had a Thursday night. So there is no full week of preparation. So I'm burning that iPad up. I'm talking about I knew everything. I have never been more locked into something in my life. But it was like, this is my last shot. Like, so it is my only shot to be a starter. So I treat it like I used to treat it in college. Like, I'm going to just look at the iPad. Don't talk to me about the game. Lauren, leave me alone for a week. I got something to do. And my preparation was so good that when I got out in that game, I was with Fred. Like, me and Fred was just calling stuff out. Like, Fred, they about to do this. Like, that's how locked in I was to the game plan. And I was able to play a really good game. And I felt so good to know everything that was about to happen. So it made a huge difference for me to have a week. And I didn't even get a full week of preparation.
What was for you, Dustin, first game played?
So I started as a freshman at Ohio State against Northwestern my freshman year, middle of the year, and I was nickel, but we were playing Northwestern. This is like Zach Kustok was the quarterback, and they had like all the spread offense before like anybody ran the spread, and so we played nickel the whole game, and so I started that game, and I was nervous as all get out, man. I was scared to death. I was prepared. But I mean, thank God I had Mike Doss playing over top of me, you know what I mean, and Donnie, because those guys, like I felt so comfortable because they were veteran players, juniors, and but I mean the game was so fast. I don't remember anything, dude. I was out there swimming.
See, so I asked this question because this gives you two insightful ideas about what happens, right? So first,
I looked terrible too, man. I had like the worst wristbands on.
For real?
I had no.
They let you go out there like that?
Embarrassing.
No
I had gloves on, but that's about it.
So you take a look at it. You get two tales of what's going on. So you get in the game, and like I was telling people, that's at corner. Can you imagine how fast the speed of the game is going mid-game? Like when you come in and it's the Ravens, you'd be like, what the heck is going on? So you got that, and you got that nervous energy, right? But as time gets along, there's always a moment where you're like, hold on. Hey, hold on, I can play out here a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
what? You know what? I can play out here for a little bit. It ain't that bad. It ain't no monsters and tigers out here.
Once you make that first play,
Right.
it's up.
And then you transition and you go to Tyvis' story, and Tyvis talks about like
I had like the Shedeur thing going. I was the third string. Actually, I was like playing corner that week. They was like, don't even worry about safety this week.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, they was like, they went down. I'm on the bench and talking, having fun, and they like, Tyvis, where you at? I'm like, what's up? They like, you in the game? I'm like, oh, for real? They like, you in that safety? I'm like, okay, bet.
And I feel like Tyvis said that same way.
Oh, that's exactly what I did. I had my helmet. You ever seen Any Given Sunday?
Yes.
When Willie Beeman was on the bench with his hat to the side talking, they like, Beeman, I told you to warm up a whole series ago. That's how I was.
Man.
But I walked into the game, and the funny thing is, so you pay adjustments happen over the course of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not paying attention to the adjustments because I'm not in. So they like I'm on special teams, so I ain't paying attention to the adjustments. So we was running Reno. Reno is when you get a nub side receiver and you got two receivers split out on one side. So you only got one side of the field that's open. And they switched it up. So what the Cardinals was doing was with Fitz, they was running like this deep post, right? And they had this other guy running all the way across. So me being the safety, I was supposed to take the guy that was across, and I was supposed to take.
You were safety on the nub side?
I was on the side with the receivers. So he does the over route. You got to pass him off. So you got to run with it, pass it off to the other safety.
What was the coverage?
This was cover 3.
Okay.
So I passed it off, and I just stood there. I stood there after I passed it off. I had nothing to do. And the adjustment was you're supposed to pass it off and then open up and run to the post because Sherm is getting left on one-on-one and they trying to hit the deep post. So I didn't pay attention to the change. So when they did it again when I was in the game. Yeah. Sherm made the play on Fitz, but when I came to the sideline, they like, Tyvis, you better get back to that post. We just talked about it. I was like, I wasn't paying no attention.
Did Fitz catch the ball?
No, he didn't catch it. Sherm made a play on the ball.
Did you?
But that's what he's supposed to do. They pay him all that money. Sherm better make the play.
Did you get a chance to talk to Fitz on that?
No, I didn't talk to Fitz.
Did Kirk talk crap to you after he got you for touchdown?
No, he was too busy celebrating.
It was
literally like, so the sad part is I forced this fumble. It was the wildest fumble. I hit this tight end and he like grenaded the ball and we recovered it. It's like 2 minutes left in the game. So I'm like,
there we go.
I can't wait to talk to the press after this.
What we looking
and
for?
when they got 3 and out, I had to go back out there.
Yeah.
Bomb, touchdown, back of the end zone. I was like,
Trumpets up.
It's over.
What I wanted to get at was, look, when you play and when you get an opportunity and you first get a chance, your level of dialed in play and recognition is on 1,000. It's a difference between when you backing up. They used to give us these little tests on a board and, turn your little play sheets, these little tests on what we're doing this week. But then when you get in the game, it's a completely different animal. Then that next week on that Monday, you be like, you know what? Let me dial in and get in this film.
Oh, when you know you the guy, you locked in.
I guarantee he ain't going to be doing no streaming this week. I guarantee that he's not going to answer no calls from his father. He might get him on Tuesday or Thursday and be done with that. He's definitely not taking none of Shiloh's calls. He's going to be... listen, he's going to be locked in because guess what? I'm going to let you know something right now. You only get one
this
shot.
It. Yeah. This is it.
Yeah, if he stinks, Gabriel's going back in the week after.
That's the harsh world of how the NFL works. Not for long. Yeah, you better make the most out of it because then if you it's your job to put them in such a predicament that they ain't got no choice but to go ahead and run back that.
Do you remember what I text y'all at 4:32?
No, I didn't.
I said, for some odd reason, I feel like Shedeur gonna play today.
You know I didn't see that after the fact.
I said at 4:32, I said he gonna play today because he going up against a team that allegedly wanted to draft him, and he told them no. And then he got his boy, what's his name, LeJante Wester on the other side,
Ravens,
doing the punt return.
He fumbled. That was terrible.
But I'm like, this is like for some odd reason, fate makes me feel like he gonna play today. And boom, we end up playing today. And now
you told us you said he was gonna play the Raiders game.
I said he was gonna start the Raiders game like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Listen, this is the perfect opportunity. The Raiders stink. They might be worse than the
They
Browns.
stink.
What's that?
They stink.
They're just hideous.
What's their record?
2-8.
Same as the
2-8,
Browns.
yep.
2-8. You got to stop.
But at least the
Brock.
Browns have a good defense. The Raiders are not good on either side. They're not as bad as the Browns on offense.
All I know
but
is-
they're not that much better, and they actually probably scored less points, I think.
They actually are below
Whoa.
Browns in points per game.
Yeah, which
average.
is
You know what the
ridiculous.
over-under
Now
of
the
this
Browns'
game
defense
is?
has led to some of those points. The Raiders' offense is a little better than the Browns, but the Browns' defense is obviously good, and the Raiders' defense stinks.
You know what the over-under for this week is?
Got to be like 35.
36.5. And I'd take the under. Yeah, this
So,
is
Ty, you don't have that much faith in Shedeur with the full week of reps then if you're taking the under on that.
yeah, take the no.
Well, you don't.
No,
You're telling me you don't think that the Browns can get 17 points against the 2-8 team?
They scored 17.
I love how
last
he
week.
looks at me like this.
Like,
and this
you're
is
crazy.
the guy that 2 weeks ago said they're going to win the division.
10
That's
wins.
true.
You did.
I never said that.
I don't think he said win the division, but he still said
I
8 and
never
9.
said that.
I remember that.
I never said
while
that.
we talking about it.
Never said that. I said it's not out of the realm.
People in the
of
building
possibility.
support
I
me?
said it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Here's the thing, Bull.
Yeah.
Here's what you can be. let's talk about this. If you I can't sit here and say I felt like Shedeur Sanders could be a franchise quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And then I can't come sit up in here and be like they only gonna get 17 points. That ain't it.
Right, that's true.
That's not it.
Notice
That's
ain't
true.
the Duke knee jerk coming.
Nah. I got to
Yeah.
see. Nah.
And I can't hear. Listen,
I gotta see. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it 1,000.
So they gotta have their best offensive production game.
No, I think he's going to elevate it. That's what I'm.
And we can't have the excuses. If you've been screaming for Shedeur to play all year, then you can't make excuses if he doesn't play well.
What I will say is this: he definitely gonna take some shots. That's gonna happen.
And guys,
yeah.
he couldn't ask for a better,
right,
a better
that's it.
situation. Number one, it's always better to play on the road, to start.
Especially when it's not a big home field advantage.
Yep.
No, you don't got to worry about tickets. You don't got to
Yeah.
worry about,
Yep.
like
It's you in the hotel.
It's just
Hey, you think he ain't gotta worry about tickets for his first start?
okay, whatever. He'll handle that.
I'm just
Point
saying,
is, you don't have
everybody coming in
distractions
this
quite
game.
like being at home.
Right,
Okay. It's number one, number two, I guess, because number one are on the road. But number two, it's also like no weather. So there's no wind.
It's a
Yeah,
dome.
yeah, yeah.
It's a dome.
Dome.
So it
It's
should be
out west.
ideal, perfect conditions. It's out west. Like,
And the one
they're
downside-
playing a crappy team
Right.
too.
And the one downside of being on the road is the noise from the other team's fans, but that's
They
not going
don't
to be an
care.
issue in Vegas.
They
So
say that the Browns might outsell tickets
yeah.
on the
I was
Raiders.
saying earlier,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of Browns fans that bought tickets for this game before the season.
And Shedeur playing.
There will
Right,
be
and
a
Shedeur
lot of
playing.
Browns fans there,
Yes.
guaranteed.
Gonna be
Yeah,
a lot
so
of
it-
12
Also,
jerseys.
Shedeur, a ton of fans are from Colorado. Denver to Vegas is a
that's
incredibly
true.
short trip.
Hop, skip, and a
it's
jump.
90 minutes tops via
man.
flight. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be. It's crazy to say it may be more Browns fans than Raiders fans.
Yes. No.
it will be.
It will be.
Yeah.
It will be.
I'm looking for. I'm looking for fireworks and box office. You had your week. You had your little reprieve.
Going to game in Vegas is like going to the Hall of Fame game. I mean,
Right.
fans are fans of football. It's like might as well be an international series game.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
And
you know.
and guess what?
You know who hoping that he do well, right?
Who's that?
Jimmy Haslam.
Oh yeah. Look,
Because them tickets for that 49ers game,
bro.
Yeah.
we back.
Niners
That-
game.
remember that-
the one game Johnny Manziel won.
You remember that? You remember that?
Remember that?
The PJ Walker game, like a couple years
You
ago.
remember that?
Yeah. Remember
that
was-
big joker that I've been telling you all about.
Right.
It's played. It's down.
It's there.
It's
Hey,
down.
Jimmy doesn't deserve that money that fans are going to spend on those things. Well, all the money's going to be spent on the secondary market anyway, because those tickets are already sold.
For,
You talking about for the Niners?
game?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I guess
It's
so.
the secondary market where you're going to make a lot of money on those tickets. I know Jason got tickets for the Titans game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game.
Yeah.
Did I tell you we bought Bill's season tickets, by the way?
Yeah.
I told you that? Okay.
Did y'all?
You got him.
You got. There it is. Hey, that's how you use the big joker.
for sure.
We got him.
Boom.
I know.
All right, Mike.
Enough on Shedeur. You guys ready to
Yeah.
Pivot?
I think we've made the points.
What I want to ask you, Bo, real quick, because
Yeah.
we have heard. I actually didn't hear your opinion on this. How much of a difference will a full week of reps make for Shedeur in
I
your
mean,
mind? And I know you didn't play like these three did, so I'm curious what you think from the
Yes.
outsider.
So
media
listen, I
perspective.
secretly played. You just don't know about it. I don't like to talk about it. I played in the Brooklyn Neighborhood Professional Football League. obviously it should make a difference, right? So much. We've had a lot of people say just insane things.
We want to know your insane
I'm honestly
things.
fed up with both. Like, I'm fed up with people that can't say anything bad about Shedeur, or if you say it, even something neutral, it's considered bad. But now I was saying to Mike earlier, the Shedeur haters are now really pissing me off too, because they're like out of control, as if they've been vindicated by a half of bad football, which is ridiculous.
Are Shedeur haters also Browns fans, or they just hate the guy for no reason?
I think
don't
there's just like with the Shedeur camp, I think it's a mix of Browns fans and
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Would this happen in any other town?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it would with Shedeur.
You think it would?
No.
It would happen in 32
It would happen
NFL
in
markets.
like other
I don't
bad
know.
team towns.
I don't know.
No,
guys.
not the reason why I don't think it would happen.
Yeah.
It would happen in other towns because we've done this. Odell was divisive.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield was divisive.
Johnny Manziel
was super divisive. Deshaun Watson was
Divisive.
super divisive.
I know, but Tim Tebow was divisive too.
I mean, but these is back to back.
I
to
know,
back
but
to
those
back
are
to back.
there's specific reasons for all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I just think it's us.
What is
We
this?
be looking for
What
it.
is
I
this?
think this would happen in every market.
What is
would
this?
happen in every
I don't
market.
understand the Shedeur hate. I don't like.
Yeah,
what
like,
has he ever done to
think
make
about
people
it.
feel that?
Here's
way?
what happened. What's happened is I think
Because I think they hate his fan base, but like
Yes,
him
that's
as a
what-
person, I'd be like,
Shedeur hasn't
he
done
answers
any-
the questions right. He
Shedeur
ain't
hasn't done
doing
anything,
nothing
Ty.
wrong. Like, what's the problem?
I used to get annoyed by the Tim Tebow fans, and I took it out on him.
That's how you
because
feel.
I found their fans so annoying. His fans so
You
annoying.
probably feel like that about Caitlin Clark.
No, I don't. I like Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like obsessed with her. Like
Well,
some
I mean,
people
there's
are,
some
but
people.
I like her.
It's
But and I think some people feel the same. The way I felt about Tim Tebow fans, I think that's how people feel about Shedeur Sanders fans. And it gets taken out on the player, which is unfair, but it just is what it is.
It'd be funny because, like, we be having the most, I don't know what kind of complaints. The complaint on Odell was he ain't from here.
But you know what the thing was? I only think Odell, I don't think was divisive at first. Not when he first got here. Everybody was on board with Odell when he first got here. It's once there was a perceived rift between him and Baker,
Okay.
that's when he became divisive.
So then Baker he's cocky.
Right. But ultimately, Baker became divisive because we weren't sure how good he was.
Okay, let's keep going down the road.
Yeah.
Then it was Myles Garrett, he threw his helmet.
That was just a temporary thing. I don't think so.
I mean-
but these things would have happened. You don't think in any other city the Myles Garrett helmet throwing thing would have been a divisive thing?
you talking about with the Pittsburgh thing?
Yeah. Why would that only be to Cleveland?
Well, here's the thing. We kept going back to it. Then when it was the traffic ticket stuff. Then it was Deshaun Watson. And then that was the allegations, right?
And
the
again, that
picks.
would have been anywhere. There's no other example.
That
of something
would have
like
been
that.
anywhere.
Okay.
You don't think it was? You don't think when the Eagles signed Michael Vick, there weren't plenty of Eagles fans like this is outrageous?
All right, so hold it. So
Yeah.
now let me make my point.
Yeah.
You got all of these things. So you got the cockiness, you got divisiveness, you got the helmets, then you got allegations, which was serious, and then you get to Shedeur Sanders, and we don't like his fans. Come on, that's petty. Come on.
I do want to.
I agree with you, but
it's crazy petty. Like, you just looking for a reason to not like people.
I agree with you on that, but I don't think that's exclusive to Cleveland. I agree that it's petty.
I
but
do
I
wanna- I
think it
wanna-
would happen anywhere.
I want to wrap.
I'm with you, Bull.
I want to wrap up this topic with this, and I have to be a tad bit critical. Spare me, okay?
Yeah.
Because I know how y'all are.
No, don't
Know how you are,
apologize
but
for
I
being
do-
honest.
I do have to be an analyst.
Yeah.
I do want to say that, the talk about the no reps thing, I feel like it's kind of ran its course
Right,
a little
it's-
bit
yeah.
because, like, I hear what you're saying and all of those things, and it does, like, chemistry is big, but, like, when you talk about the Baker Mayfields not having no reps, you talk about Dak Prescott and you talk about Justin Herbert,
Yeah.
like, when they came in the game, like, you could tell, like, the first round pick, like, you could see, like, all right, that guy's a first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe it wasn't perfect, but, like, you could be like, all right, I see why they took him in the first round. Like, with Baker, it was different. Like, he just was electric and all of those
Right.
things. And with Shedeur, at first, what I said to myself was, there's not that big of a difference between him and Dillon Gabriel. And it wasn't because of Shedeur, it was because of the surrounding of Shedeur. And I think, everybody's jumping on Cam Newton. I think that's kind of what Cam Newton is trying to say. He just said it completely wrong.
What did Cam say? I missed that one.
Cam Newton was just basically saying, like, he blamed it on the reps and all these things. And I'm just like, Cam, first of all, you played in the league.
Yeah, that was so weird.
The difference between the Brown situation and everybody else's situation is both of these guys is rookies. So how is it that I'm going to split the time between these rookies? Like, Shaun King would agree, like, oh, yeah, they should be splitting reps and all those things. But at the end of the day, when we're in the season, my job is to make sure that, number one, the first team is ready to go. The first team has to be ready to go. And when you're dealing with a rookie, he cannot miss reps. Like, he has to take every physical rep. Like, that's just what it is. And I don't understand why this whole thing where you got other guys coming out like, yeah, backups get no reps. Then you got guys like, well, they get 2 or 3 reps. And it's just like,
the whole thing's crazy.
It's like I guess every organization is different. At the end of the day, you either getting slim to none reps. You getting slim to, let's just put it at that. You're going to get slim to none
I know
reps.
you played a different position. Did you get reps when you were backup? No.
Yeah, I did.
No,
actually.
no, you on
Yeah,
defense.
defense you do.
The twos get reps, but quarterback,
No.
not really.
No.
So the backup quarterbacks where you guys played never got first team reps.
No,
Yeah.
no, they went in with it. If the twos
I mean,
went
if
in,
they got
went in.
if they got a rep or two,
It was at the end of the
was-
practice.
Right.
It was not anything to write home.
You know how I feel about it is like this, man. Competitors, get ready to go, bro. I ain't trying to. I ain't trying to hear no fifth round. I don't want to hear no reps. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm trying to see what you're talking about right now. You got the opportunity. You getting these reps today. You got the Las Vegas Raiders. Go out and let's put this money on the line.
He
I ain't
getting all the first team reps.
Let's put this money out here.
He made 2 throws that I said was like, okay, that's almost better than what I've seen from Dillon.
He got the perfect opportunity
The
to shut
Harold
people
throw
up.
was
That's
a
the
dime.
bottom line, G.
And
He's
the
got this
Gage
week to
throw.
show people.
You can shut
right.
everybody up.
That's right.
You come out here and throw for 3 touchdowns and 300 yards. Everybody could go jump where, and we could keep.
If he goes,
It's done.
11 for 17 for 145 yards and a touchdown, people are going to be thrilled, and I'll be thrilled, and I'll
if
be
he
thrilled.
does what you
And
said,
get a
then,
win.
then it's another whole
Yeah,
thing.
but let's not
say
set the
he
bar
go-
that high.
That's
I mean,
true.
like,
That's fair.
like
That's fair.
he needs to just have a game where he doesn't throw an interception,
Right.
and takes care of the ball, and just baby steps, man.
If he plays an average game, that's better than the Browns
Yes,
have gotten all year.
fans need
He
to
plays an
just-
average NFL game.
What's Dillon
Just chill
Gabriel's
out.
best game?
His best
Minnesota when he threw for 220 and 2 touchdowns. The first game he played.
Right, but
Yeah,
he also
international.
had a lot of picks that were dropped.
Did he?
I mean, you just asked what the best game is, so I'm just giving him an answer.
I'm talking against Minnesota. he had picks
Statistically,
that-
yes. That was his best game, yeah.
But how many times he throw the ball? Was that the 52 times?
No, that was Pittsburgh.
No, that was the
that's
next
Pittsburgh.
week.
We all
His numbers that first game actually were 221 yards isn't a lot, but
I mean,
his
it
official
is for
his
the
official
Browns,
box
solid.
score
He
from
had
that
solid
game.
numbers.
But one thing you can't deny.
and that was his first
McNuggets-
start.
Yeah.
His first start, it was 19 for 33, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. A
Excite-
94.3 quarterback rating.
Excitement level 1 to 10.
10.
I'm very excited to watch him play. 10
It's
for
a
me.
300.
Yeah.
Which is
I said this yesterday. I've been watching the Brown games with Dillon Gabriel. Like, oh, this is so painful to watch. And as soon as Shedeur came in, I was like a little more locked into the game. I was excited to see it.
When he came in, we were like putting up our Christmas decorations. On
I was
Sunday.
too.
And kind of half paying attention to the game, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
at that point in time, every time Myles makes a sack, we're like, wow,
Yeah.
this guy's having an amazing game. And then Shedeur comes in, and we
Stop
all
everything.
stopped everything.
Right.
And my son who was scrolling on YouTube or whatever in the corner,
Yeah.
half watching the game, we all were like,
Yeah, you wanted to get
Hey,
locked
locked
in.
in.
for
Hey,
it.
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Now he
Yes,
gets to
sir.
prepare for a whole week.
Let's
as the
go.
starter, all the first team
Let's
reps.
go.
Let's see what he's got. Go ahead.
So we got two topics we got to get to before we get to Mary Kay. So we'll spend 10 minutes on each. The first one is brought to us by a Home Builders Association. Give big this year with the Home for the Holidays raffle. You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or a cash prize this holiday season and help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish kids with critical illnesses. Raffle proceeds benefit Make-A-Wish OKI, which has granted over 22,000 wishes to children facing critical illnesses across Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana since 1983. This year's house is a custom-built ranch by Petros Homes and has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. It also includes amazing features like a great room, an unbelievable kitchen, and a mudroom with open lockers and a unique pet shower station. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidays.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidays.org. Terms and conditions apply. All right, guys, we're going to pivot to Myles Garrett at 11:50. But for the next 10 minutes, I am very
Wait a second.
curious.
What is going on here with Anthony and Mike making a fantasy football trade in the middle of the show?
We made this
We
trade
did
at
that
like
this
9
morning.
o'clock this morning.
Oh, that's collusion.
Anthony getting robbed in this deal.
Wait a minute.
Have you seen my team? I scored
I mean,
65
what kind of
points
trade
last
is
week.
this?
I made him an offer.
You
He's-
already handed Mike a great player early in the season.
No, that was
Y'all
that was
see
Evan
this.
419 gave me
I
Josh
didn't put
Allen.
it through yet.
All
I'll
right.
approve it later.
But at 11:50, we're going to Myles Garrett because I need these two to weigh
Yeah,
what we
go
saw
ahead.
yesterday. But I'm curious. We didn't get to this yesterday on the Monday reaction show.
Yeah.
The Browns have a culture of losing. We've established that. They've established that.
Yeah.
We are all thrilled with some of the progress of these rookies. We talk about them every week. Schlesinger, Judkins, Graham, these got Fannin, like a lot of promise. Can a losing culture have a long-term negative impact on players like that? Or if it is eradicated after one season, do all those losing habits kind of go to the wayside? And I go to the Philadelphia 76ers as like the prime example of how
Yeah.
a losing culture can sour players with a lot of talent moving forward, a la Embiid and Ben Simmons.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt. And the other thing that sort of sucks is even though the Browns have good players, like, you know, they've had Hall of Famers, you know, like Joe Thomas and Myles Garrett is going to be a Hall of Famer. Those guys, even to some extent, get used to losing because you have to.
Yeah.
It's because you have to compartmentalize to be able to do your assignment, your job, and not let the losing just make you go into this funk where you're super depressed and you can't like function. But yeah, overall, it does bring a sense of, I guess, complacency. You don't really want to do the little things, you know. I mean, you don't want to come to work early. You don't want to stay late. You want to just get the hell out in and out of the building. You want to just punch the clock and punch out. And I know that because I mean, when I was in Buffalo for 2 years, I mean, the end of the December was a death march.
Yeah. Did you know you were going to be bad before the season? Like
Dude, everybody thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude!
every team.
year.
You think the Browns to a man thought they were going to be good this year?
Yes.
Okay. It's interesting.
It's the delusional nature of the business.
Then that would lead me, because you guys say that would lead me to believe that a losing culture can be changed in a hurry, because if you go into, like, especially with a quarterback that you believe in, right? And whether that's Shedeur Sanders or someone they draft next year, I think you could change, because that's a year, the way you guys have just described it, it's a year-to-year thing. It's something that happens as the year goes along. You probably, in the start of those bad Bill seasons, did you ever play on a bad team with Seattle and San Francisco?
San Francisco.
Okay. So in the start of those years, you guys both thought you could win, right? There are probably less guys, you know, ignoring the little things. But as the season goes into December, you start blowing off the little things, right? Well, next year, if the Browns are good, that won't happen. It shouldn't, in theory. Now, maybe at the first sign of a problem, you're quicker to go back to those bad attitudes when you've been losing.
It's easy to revert back to bad habits.
Right, if you're used to losing.
Trust me. You know, it's like, you know, like I gave up alcohol, right?
Right.
And it's been easy for the most part.
Yeah.
Not every day, but for the
Right.
most part, I've been good. But you know what? I know there's going to come a day where I'm going to be like having a bad day, and something bad's going to happen in my life where I'm going to probably have some temptation, and I'm going to potentially go back into that. And now I'm not going to, but it's still there. And you got to be on top of that stuff. You know, if you've been on losing teams and things like that, you have to constantly shut that little man up that talks in the back of your head, because he does definitely try to get in there.
I say it every year. I say every year with this Brown season, it's going to be a point of the season where something's going to happen. And this is where leadership, and this is why you got to get different voices in there and guys that's been to Super Bowls and stuff like that. Because if you continue to just run it back like it is, it's going to come a time. Something's going to happen over the course of a game. And this is what's going to be said out loud. Same old stuff. Here we go again.
Yeah.
And
if you
don't have somebody stop that and nip it in the bud in that very moment and say, no, it's not. We ain't doing that. That whole thing would just linger and everybody would just get into that. It's the same old stuff. Same old Browns. Like what they say.
Here's a good example like of winning culture, right? Like, did you see this week Deion Dawkins, what he said about Keon Coleman?
It's time to grow up.
Yeah, so like he called out Keon Coleman, young player, second-year receiver.
He got benched this week.
But essentially something happened during the week too. Like he wasn't.
I don't know what practice.
Yeah, was late. Whatever. Not minding his P's and Q's, right?
Deion Dawkins is an offensive line veteran.
Like been in the league for a long time, and he said, listen, we love him, but it's time for him to grow up essentially, and I thought that was great. I mean, maybe the headline rubbed people the wrong way. Not me. I heard the clip and I was like, "That's great. That's a winning
clip." And I didn't say anything.
I was like, "That's great." I mean, they got it down there.
That's what happens on good teams.
Yes.
On Browns team, on bad teams like the Browns, people are afraid to say things. It seems like.
Man, I remember.
But your coach don't say things, so therefore it's hard for you to say things.
Yeah.
I remember just being like, I didn't understand it, because, if you come from high school, you just never lose ever. And you're just like, you get to college and you get there and you're like, hold on, like little stuff just seems a little off. Like, so what do you mean y'all cats don't do nothing outside of here? Like, you just be at practice. Like, guys didn't even hang out with one another. It was like, it was just like, oh, we go for practice, people didn't talk. And then it would be little stuff like, they be lifting and we all lifting, and it's like, you'd be like, this little lifting routine, it's like 30 minutes. You know how it is. Like,
in the league, you ain't lifting like college. I'm gonna tell you that.
Like,
you ain't lifting during college.
And then here's the thing that really gets you is the other little stuff. So like watching film, like you'll see guys in groups, like linebackers group. They'll be like, all backers watching film.
Yep.
Or all secondary, we watching this. All receivers, everybody staying after catching the rock, right? You know what I'm saying?
And we going over communication.
And we doing these different things. Like they giving out tests and quizzes and stuff like that. But what happens is when you start taking them L's and it start getting dark like it in right here on this side of the country, and it's dark at 5 o'clock, and you get done with them practices, you be like, man, I'm gonna get me a bag of ice on the way out. I ain't gonna.
That's a fact.
I'm grabbing this bag on the way out.
That's a fact.
Also, like,
I ain't standing up here for that.
I was just
September, I'm hanging out, having a meal with my teammates. Now it's to go box.
Yeah, look.
I don't even want to be here.
I don't even want. I got some things to do. Parent-teacher conferences tonight. Like then you so you ain't getting treatment. You know what I'm saying? Now instead of you being locked and loaded, you in there taped up, ready to go before the meeting, so you can hit the pre-practice, right? The pre-practice. Now you just like, I still got to get taped up. You getting out there just during stretching. And them is the little things where you start taking L's, because them other teams that's in the playoff hunt, that's consistently in the playoff hunt with major quarterbacks and stars and dudes that got legacy on the line, best believe they locked and loaded. So when you get up out there, they gonna get on that field, and by the second quarter, you gonna know, oh yeah, this a wrap today.
Y'all out of line for that, because I used to do that.
What's crazy is it doesn't take much to develop those bad habits too. Like when I got to the league, Ohio State winning program, we won a lot, won a natty. We won a natty. And I get to Minnesota my rookie year, and these guys were like 1 foot in the parking lot, and then next thing you know, I'm developing these bad habits. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is, I came from Ohio State. Like, we stay after practice. We work hard.
Different in Philly, though.
I was blessed.
Yeah. Oh, my Philadelphia, dude, it was like.
I was blessed to
awesome.
go to Seattle out of college, because they hit you with that. Yeah, we got post-practice meetings. What?
Yeah.
And then you find out none of y'all. Okay, it's just us. All right.
But when it
worked though. It helped.
Do you think as guys who have been in the locker room, is the culture set by the coach, by the players who are the best players, the leaders on the team? Is it both? Does it depend on the team? What do you think?
To me, it's always been the veteran players.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that.
So on this team, like, who's setting the culture? Especially on offense. Like, can an offensive lineman set the culture?
Wyatt Teller, Joe Batonio?
Yeah, I mean, those guys can, for sure.
Yeah. But are they hanging with the running backs and the wide receivers?
But when you got a lame duck coach, or you got a coach that is on the hot seat, it's a difference between, like, if if you got a first year coach and he got 3-4 years of runway, and he there
3-4, he got 2 to 3.
He got 2 to 3, and this your first year.
You living in?
You starting to tell yourself, I don't want to be a casualty. All right, I'm gonna have to pay attention to this. I don't want to be a casualty up in here because he still got enough juice to get me up out of here. He ain't gonna make no example of me. I'm gonna toe the line. But if you've been here 6 years and you one of the best players, and he been 6 years, you've been 5 years, there ain't really nothing he can do to you. So it's like you just hoping that you have a culture involved that those players want to come and play hard.
Right. Well, speaking of which, let's talk about Myles Garrett. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, before we do that, we have a quick word from our dear friend Cody from Peloton.
I'm Cody Rourke from Locked On Broncos, and this episode is brought to you by Peloton. Peloton is shaping the future of fitness with the brand new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus, powered by Peloton IQ. This is Peloton's most advanced equipment yet, giving you real-time guidance and endless ways to move, whether you're running, lifting, or you're cross-training with your favorite instructors like Alex Toussaint. It's training reimagined to make your workout more personal. Peloton is built for breakthroughs with features that help you plan, stay motivated, and hit peak performance. You can let yourself run, lift, flex, and go while Peloton handles all the rest. Plus, Peloton IQ provides real-time strength coaching, tracking your progress and suggesting weights that challenge you so you can get stronger. Plus, the new movement tracking camera, it counts your reps and corrects your form in real time, making sure every rep is safer and smarter. So let yourself run, lift, flex, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
Thanks, Cody. Always great having you on the show. I can't keep a straight face. I'm sorry. All right, guys, let's talk about Myles Garrett. We talked, and Bull and G, you were here yesterday. G called him Himothy West.
Yeah.
We talked about his greatness. This week, just a little preview, the 5-pack of stats for the Raiders game.
Yeah.
It's just 6 stats on Myles Garrett's greatness. I'm ignoring everybody else. There
it is.
6 incredible
Everybody else
Myles
should be
Garrett
ignored.
stats. Well, Shedeur, if he's playing, I may find one to add in, but he hasn't played enough to really have a statistical profile to dive into. But Tyvis and Dustin, I want to start with you guys on this one because you weren't here yesterday to weigh in on it. When it's all said and done, do you think Myles Garrett has a chance to go down as the greatest pass rusher of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I say that without hesitation because he's already one of the greatest pass rushers of all time. Could he be the best? Yeah, because the guy's got another. Adam and I we were talking about this morning on the podcast. Like 5 more years, at least of being the top guy in the league.
You know what's crazy is that usually pass rushers like decline at 30, maybe they start going downhill after.
He's a freak, dude.
I don't see it like that. Dude, he might be playing his best he's ever played.
All I know is I remember Dwight Freeney at like 35 out there.
Oh, yeah, Dwight was hitting that spin move at 35.
Still hitting it with the spin move.
Yeah. With the Falcons.
So the point is, like, Myles Garrett, who is a ridiculous freak, also takes care of his body. Like, why can't he play until his mid-30s at a high level?
Who's considered the greatest? Is it Reggie White?
For me, Bruce Smith's the all-time leader.
LT?
Reggie White's second. LT, to me, is the greatest pass rusher I've ever seen. But to G's made the point yesterday, I think he's right. You know, Myles Garrett has Lawrence Taylor's athletic ability, but has more size. And Myles Garrett has the size of Bruce Smith and Reggie White, but more athletic ability. Not that those guys weren't great athletes. They were. And those guys were, Lawrence Taylor just played like he was literally on fire every time he was on the field.
Because he was on cocaine.
Yeah, the coke. But,
and he was loaded, too.
If you look at the official stat leaders, because from 1962 to 1981, it wasn't kept as an official stat.
It became an official stat in 1982.
If you look at the, in the record books.
Deacon Jones said he had 300 sacks.
Right, he might have had, yeah. Myles Garrett could be 6th in the all-time list by the end of next year. which is crazy because he doesn't turn 30 until next month. I mean, he's
You
not
said
even 30
sixth?
yet. Huh?
6th?
Yeah. You got to look at the
Oh, if you're taking out all the guys prior
prior to 82.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, because I was going to say, right now I'm on Pro Football Reference, 6th would get him to 148 sacks, which is 30 more to go, which I guess is not impossible. You're right. I guess that is technically.
Yeah, no, it's
within
less
reach.
than that if you take out the guys before 82.
Right.
think.
Deacon Jones wouldn't be. Okay, I see
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
did.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm looking
Also,
at it.
by the way, if you look at sacks per game all time, for guys that have, at least have, say, 70, 80 sacks, he's number one all time, sacks per game. T.J. Watt, by the way, is second. And then Reggie White is third. And Mark Gastineau fourth. Micah Parsons, Lawrence Taylor, DeMarcus Ware. Those are your top guys in sacks.
What is he at? 15 on the season right now?
Dude, I think he could end the year with like 25.
He probably could.
He's on pace for 25
That's what
right
Bull
now.
said yesterday. Yeah.
What's the record? 23.
23 and a half.
22 and a half.
22 and a half.
He's gonna smoke
By
that.
Strahan and Watt. And you got to beat it because, to me, it's Strahan because Watt played a 17-game season, which Myles Garrett will. So I think you got to have at least.
Yeah, you got to outdo it.
You got to beat it by like one full
He's
sack.
gonna get about 3 this week. So.
He when I look at it like this, the way I look at it, because all I cared about was defensive ends. I'm like, you go down the list of the great defensive ends, and there's some greats. You got dudes like Chris Dolman, Pat Swilling. You got
Julius Peppers.
Julius Peppers is great. Kevin Green is a monster. Then you start getting into the guys like John Randall, who played and got them many sacks inside. Is crazy. But I look at this like the all-time leading scorer, right? So just because Karl Malone got more points than Michael Jordan does not mean he's better than Michael Jordan.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, so it's a lot of guys up on that list.
Part of it's longevity.
Part of it's longevity, and Bruce Smith
And
is
you get credit for that.
Bruce
Smith's
Smith.
an all-time great.
He's
but,
the
Played
poster.
18 seasons.
He's the poster child for longevity.
But he was elite. I mean, Bruce Smith's a top 5 pass rusher of all time.
But he's very good at everything. Like if you say what is Bruce Smith's number one characteristic, I would say longevity, and I would say he's just really good at everything. Like he doesn't. Julius Peppers was a freak of nature playing at that size. He had basketball athleticism. But when you take a look at what Myles Garrett is, he got Von Miller type game. He's just as quick in a short area than Lawrence Taylor, and he outweighs Lawrence Taylor by 40 pounds. He can jump jumping over people, blocking punts.
Is Myles the closest to Aaron Donald as far as dominant?
I think he's better.
You think he's better than
As
Aaron
just a
Donald?
pass rusher, I think he's better.
You know where Aaron Donald was doing this out of?
I know
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
That's-
Garrett sort of does the same thing.
He just
They're the 2 best defensive players I've ever watched.
Yeah.
In my lifetime.
and you got to also think about it like this. You can't just double team. Like the 3 technique. If you really want to just double team him, like
Who?
on pass plays,
Aaron Donald?
if you just want to double team him on pass plays, the thing about Myles Garrett is you could just put another dude over there.
Did you see? I was talking to Bull about this morning.
I know we ain't about to
Did
do
you
this.
did you guys see? Like, it was like a 3rd and whatever that the
I
Ravens
know we ain't.
they had to have late in the game on the drive where they went and scored, and they like brought waves at Garrett.
Yeah, 3
like
waves.
it was like the American Gladiators like gauntlet.
Wait a
right?
minute.
So they brought like Keaton Mitchell out, and he like goes and he's like barely, and Garrett just runs right past him.
was like,
And then there was like another wave,
There was another dude,
and then there was another. It was like a video game.
Let me
3.
let me get this right.
Yeah.
Are y'all sitting here trying to justify that Myles Garrett is getting sacks is harder than getting them from Aaron Donald?
I'm not saying that they're more difficult. What I'm saying is that you can scheme it in a way where I could put 3 dudes on Myles Garrett every play.
You could put 3 dudes on Aaron Donald every play.
I'm just saying,
and it's an immediate double team.
I mean, you can't put.
We're
splitting hairs here.
We're about to do this.
It's splitting hairs.
We're not about to act like it's harder to get a sack from the edge.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
we're not going to do that.
It's a different play. It's a different way to game plan.
We not. Yeah. Let's just move on because we not.
So I want to get back to this for a second. No player has ever averaged a sack per game or more in their entire career, right? T.J. Watt is averaging .87, Reggie White .85, Lawrence Taylor .79, J.J. Watt .76, Derek Thomas. So it goes lower and lower. Myles Garrett is 117 and a half sacks in 127 games. That's crazy. Think about this. Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett's already passed him in sacks, career-wise, and Aaron Donald played 27 more games than Myles Garrett's played.
Aaron Donald plays defensive
I
tackle.
understand that.
I get that.
I don't know.
I'm not
talking
debating whether it's easy. Obviously, it's harder to get sacks from the middle. We understand that. I'm just saying Myles Garrett has a chance to become the first player ever to average a sack per game for his career. Nobody's ever done it.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, to answer the initial question, yes, Myles Garrett has definitely a chance. If he stays healthy and continues to play at this level for another 3-4 years, which seems very reasonable, I think he can. And I think he's got a good shot of getting to passing Bruce Smith's all-time sack record. I think he's got a shot.
If he keep playing like this, he definitely going to pass it.
He's taken the game. We talked about this yesterday. I've been saying for years there's another level for Myles Garrett. A lot of people said I was knocking him.
You know what he
that.
got now that he didn't have? That was the biggest knock on him? He seems like he got that motor.
Yeah.
He's like relentless.
I think he's been better against the run than he's ever been this year.
Yeah.
Teammates around him are better. That certainly helps.
I just felt like when it was between him, when it came to him and T.J. Watt was relentless. Like, it didn't matter what happened. He was never giving up on the play until it was gone.
Yeah.
And Myles kind of would go past, do his move. It didn't work, and he kind of would stop. Now he's relentless.
By the way, before we go to the break, if Myles Garrett played 3 technique, he'd be the best 3 technique in the league.
You guys agree with that?
I mean,
I don't know who's the best D tackle in the league right now.
It's not
I think Myles Garrett could probably pretty much do everything.
I don't.
I think Myles Garrett could be the best tight end.
I was going to say, he probably put the tight end.
I'm being genuine.
And now the final thing for Myles Garrett, the final thing he's got to overcome is he has not been great in December in his career.
Well,
yeah, but here's the thing, and he's so talented, and you always wonder, like, man, where's the motivation for this guy, especially in December? It's like, now that he knows he's close.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like this week, dude, it's like blood in the water.
He might get 5.
He might have 4 sacks again this week.
I mean, he might have 20 sacks before December.
That's my point. He knows, dude. It's a year where he can cement himself in a legacy year. Really,
he's got 2 more games before December.
He could have 20.
He could have 20 before December. I don't think it's out of the question.
One of the stats for Friday is Myles has tied the most sacks in the 3-game stretch ever.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how the other 2 guys did in their 4th game coming up on Friday. Right. That's one of the 6-pack of stats we'll get to later. But now we got to bring on Mary Kay after a quick word from FanDuel. Guys, the NBA is back. No better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when their first $5 bet wins. So head over to FanDuel.com/UCSS and sign up to play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. If you have a winning ticket, make sure you send it in to us so we can feature it on the show as well. And with that, it's time to welcome in the Hall of Fame writer Mary Kay Cabot to the show. How you doing today, Mary Kay?
I'm doing great, guys. How you doing?
Mary Kay, we're doing well. We appreciate you taking the time, and I'm sure you heard the conversation, what we were talking about with Myles Garrett. Do you agree that when it's all said and done, he has a chance to go down as the greatest pass rusher in the history of the sport?
Yes, I absolutely do. And I didn't really feel like that a couple of years ago. I did feel like he took some plays off here and there. I do feel like he tailed off at the end of seasons, and I haven't seen that over the last few years. This is by far the best season I've ever seen him play. Yep. I do think that he is going to obliterate the sack record of 22 and a half. He's definitely, he's on pace to do that. He's on pace to get 25.5 or something like that right now. So I for sure think that he's going to do that. He knows it's within sight, but he definitely is 100% relentless this year, and he's living up to his potential. And I remember so many coaches along the way always saying, he's got another gear. He's got another gear. And I always felt like he did too. I thought he needed to dominate and take over games and wreck games, and now he's doing that.
Mary Kay, do you wear a watch?
No.
I was gonna say, are you gonna get one for Sunday?
For Shedeur?
Yeah.
No,
That was a good setup. That was Mary Kay being a Hall of Famer was like, you're not gonna bait me into that money.
I want to know, what was the overall feeling of Shedeur coming in the game? Was like guys on the sideline excited when you talked to the team? Was players excited to see Shedeur out there? And what is the feeling going into this week?
Well, I do think that he's very, very well liked in the locker room. I know players were excited, but they weren't excited for Dillon not to be out there. It's not like that at all. This is a football team that understands what it has. It's got 2 rookie quarterbacks, 2 developing quarterbacks that are learning the game and require a lot of patience. Now, having said that, I have been hearing, and I tried to get it out of Myles a little bit the other day, that when Shedeur runs the scout team, he's doing some really good things in practice, making at least one wow play in each one of those practices. So players are noticing this. I asked Devin Bush about it yesterday too, and he did say that Shedeur is doing a really nice job when he runs the scout team. Of course, everything changes when you get out there in a real football game and the pressure is on and the heat is on, and you've got to read that defense and you've got to get away from trouble and all those things. But I think players are excited about what he brings to the table. They're not excited that Dillon can't play.
If Gabriel gets out of the protocol like next week, does he go back to being the starting quarterback, or does it depend on the performance of Shedeur?
I think it depends on the performance of Shedeur, and I asked Kevin Stefanski that question yesterday because we were told that if Dillon cleared the protocol, he would be starting this week. So I asked him yesterday, what happens if Shedeur plays well? Does he get to keep this starting job? I think he should. I really do think that he should. This isn't a situation where you've got to go back to your longtime successful starter and you owe him that. It's not like that at all. You're developing 2 rookie quarterbacks, and you can pivot as needed. And if Shedeur shows something in this football game that is worth developing and building on, I would for sure give him the start the following week.
Mary Kay, what do you think Shedeur's mindset is? Because we talked about it here. We the 5th round pick stuff and whether or not he's getting reps, at the end of the day, that's water under the bridge. It's about what we're doing now. And if he gets those opportunities now, do you think he'll have a little bit more of pep in his step and be more locked in? Because like you said, this could be an opportunity to audition to be able to take more reps and keep this job long term to show what he can actually do.
Yes, absolutely. I think he'll have more pep in his step. He functions and flourishes and thrives in the spotlight, and when he's the man, and when he's throwing up that wrist, and when he's legendary and all of those things. He was born to be a star, really. And so I think he's going to embrace it this week. I think he's going to be just over the moon, excited for this opportunity. I think he's going to work really hard like he has already been doing. And I think he's going to really, really try to make the most of it. Of course, he's going to need help. And I think when I look back to this game, and I said this on the radio today too, the number one thing that you need from your quarterback, no matter what happened before in the football game, is to give your team a chance to win in the end. And he did that. He threw the ball to Gage Larvidan in the end zone with the chance to win the game. And he put it on the money. And I think that's what you want out of your quarterback. So I was actually impressed with that. And that to me trumped a lot of what went on beforehand. So he did what he needed to do in the big moment. And that's what he's going to have to do again on Sunday.
Mary Kay, the biggest criticism of Shedeur on the field was noticeable again this week. And that's when he's under pressure, he starts running backwards. Right? And instead of taking a 4-yard sack, he's taking a 14-yard sack. That's something that's been an issue in his game. It's something obviously he has to continue to work on. How can the Browns, it's a tough question, but what can the Browns do to help him this week to try to, not put himself in those situations?
Well, it has to be a point of emphasis this week, and what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to have some outlet passes. They're going to have some short opportunities for him to make sure that he feels comfortable checking it down, or he's going to have to throw it away or do whatever he has to do. He cannot be taking those big, long, negative plays and retreating, and that was just it's. In the heat of the moment, you revert to old habits, and that's what he was doing there. It's the thing that they've been trying to get out of him since he showed up on the doorstep here. But this was his first chance in a real NFL game, and yes, he did do that twice. He started going backwards, and they're going to have to do everything that they can to give him completions right there in front of him that he can make, or run the ball, or if they have to, call some runs for him. I mean, he should be able to move well enough to get a few yards here and there if he has to. So those are some things that he's going to have to do. And now that they've seen him out there in live action for half of a football game, I think they should be able to come up with some things that he can feel really good about on Sunday.
By the way, are the Browns gonna? Well, I guess they're not gonna activate Watson, are they? They haven't picked up another quarterback to be like the third string emergency guy, have they?
No, they haven't, and they are not activating Watson this week. I wrote that yesterday.
Right.
So
okay.
he is not designated for return this week, so that's not in the cards. And so Bailey will be the backup, and then and they just will not have their emergency third guy. I don't think at this point. Maybe that will change. Maybe we'll show up out there tomorrow, and there will be another quarterback or someone coming down the pike, or maybe even later today. But as of right now, it will be Shedeur starting, and it will be Bailey being the backup. Yeah. And you never know. I mean, if Shedeur can't handle it, then maybe Bailey sees some action. Ooh. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But I do think that they will be able to devise a game plan that Shedeur can feel good about and can feel confident with. And just for the record, I would have given him some first-team reps from the start of the season till now, or at least from when Dillon became the starter and he became the backup to now.
Mary Kay, I want to ask you about the left tackle situation, because obviously Robinson left the game. Is he going to be good? Because obviously Max Crosby's coming to town. It's how confident are you that we'll get our full starting five on that line back?
Well, that's something to watch this week. It's absolutely something to watch. They've got two tackles with knee injuries, not just Cam Robinson, but Jack Conklin left that game with a knee injury as well. And as you mentioned, Max Crosby is going to obviously be playing with his hair on fire. This Raiders team is going to be seeing this as an opportunity to really rattle and get to this rookie quarterback. And they know he holds the ball. They know he retreats. And it's going to be like blood in the water if they know that there are tackle issues on this football team. So hopefully Cam will be back. Hopefully Jack will be back. They've got, 5 days before they have to figure that all out. But it will really, really help Shedeur if he can have his starting tackles out there.
Do you think that Shedeur is going to galvanize this team? Like, will they have a spark? Will they have a certain level of energy, a different level of energy, a more positive level of energy this week, you think?
Well, I think that people don't realize how much the players really liked Dillon Gabriel in that way. Dillon Gabriel is one of those unifying types of people. He's a great leader. He's wise beyond his years. He's a guy's guy. He's a team player, and players really, really like Dillon Gabriel. In addition to the fact that they really like Shedeur, two completely different guys, completely different personalities, but they rallied around Dillon as well, and I know they wish they could have done a better job for him. Now, Shedeur brings a different element. He does bring entertainment and pizzazz and flair, and he dances between reps, and he is different in that way, and he will bring some energy, I'm sure. But it's not like Dillon didn't do that, and I really do believe that these guys support both players. And I want to add this too, and I wrote a whole story about this after the game because I thought it was vitally important. I really appreciated that Shedeur stood up there and went to bat for his friend and fellow quarterback Dillon Gabriel and railed against Dillon getting booed during the game, having those Sanders chants during the game. And I thought it was really cool that he stood up for him and spoke out against that and urged fans not to do that.
You know what I would do? You just touched on it. I gained a lot of respect for him. Look, everybody wants to, people to succeed, but some of the things that he's done, just first and foremost, going to the projects the way he did. He just gave away, I think a car to a single mom, and the fact that he came out and said, "Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all, but look, man, I don't want to be divisive. I'm a teammate with Dillon, and when Dillon is playing, please don't boo this man, because like that can be seen as being divisive, and that's not what we're trying to do." I thought that was a class act for a guy who's in a position where they're both competing, they're both trying to go out there and win a starting job. Listen, they're both trying to live out their dreams, and both of these dudes play for the Cleveland Browns. I thought that was very classy of him to say that, so I'm glad you did highlight that, because it just goes to show you their team first and foremost.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing about Shedeur, he is very likable. Like I said, his teammates really, really like him a lot. And I know how these things go. His teammates really, really like him. He brings fun. He brings a lot of joy. He keeps things light. And that's very genuine about him. He's a good person. And even though sometimes it comes off as, that he's immature or whatever, some of that is just sheer playfulness. He is probably going to be that way 5 years from now and 10 years from now. He grew up in the spotlight. He grew up with the cameras on him. He grew up with prime time, for goodness sakes. So he's got a lot of pizzazz and personality. I hope he doesn't lose that, but he is genuinely a very, very good person. And if he turns out to be a really good quarterback, which for Browns fans' sake, I hope that is the case, fans are just going to absolutely love him.
Mary Kay, let's wrap it up with the guy who was the leading candidate to be the defensive rookie of the year, and that's Carson Schlesinger. I'd say he's made the most impact of any rookie the Browns have had since 2018, when they obviously drafted Baker. There's no way anybody could have thought he'd be this good. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Maybe the best rookie in the entire draft.
He is amazing. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. He definitely, I really hope for everyone's sake that he wins NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think he deserves it. Every single time I look up, he's out there making some kind of a big play. His instincts on the field are unbelievable. Yeah. I can't believe that he has such a nose for the play, a nose for the ball, and he knows where to be. And I remember back when JOK was first starting, he needed to sort of figure out the run fits and where he needed to be at all times and just the spacing and the timing of it. It's not that way for Carson Schlesinger. He just goes, and he'll ask questions later. He knows how to make the play. He knows how to get everybody lined up right. It has been amazing to watch him, and I really hope for his sake and for Browns fans' sake and for the Browns that he wins that award, because I can't imagine anybody else deserving it more than him. I think he's playing at an all-pro level. There's just no doubt in my mind.
Great stuff, Mary Kay. We'll talk to you again next week. Thank you for joining us.
All right, Mary Kay.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mary Kay. From one guest to the next, we're going to bring in Shaun King after a quick word from the Home Builders Association. Give big this year at the Home for the Holidays raffle. You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or a cash prize this holiday season and help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish kids with critical illnesses. Raffle proceeds benefit the Make-A-Wish OKI, which has granted over 22,000 wishes to children facing critical illnesses across the Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana region since 1983. This year's house is a custom-built ranch by Petros Homes, has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. It also includes some amazing features like a great room with a vaulted ceiling, an unbelievable kitchen, and a mudroom with a unique pet shower station. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit homefortheholidays.org to buy your tickets. That's homefortheholidays.org. Terms and conditions apply. Before we bring Shaun on, he asked me to pull a soundbite from earlier this season to set up his interview. So this is the soundbite Shaun King asked me to pull for you guys
these requests.
before we bring on Shaun. This is Shedeur Sanders in the locker room after Week 6.
Special request.
That's not nothing, in my place to answer. That's nothing I can't answer. Not answer, but I know for sure I'm not. I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that.
All right, Shaun, a lot of people didn't like that. I'm guessing you didn't like those comments either.
Hey, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The Shedeur Show is here, baby.
Yes, sir.
I didn't expect Shaun King to be rapping Eminem.
He comes.
And they got the orange button up on too.
Hey,
No cigar.
baby.
No cigar
Hey,
today?
I wanted. Yo, this right here, baby. Got the crazy. Oh, we right here. I wanted to open this segment with that because can't seek comfort now. No excuses, no explanations. He said it himself. He looked around the league and he's better than what he saw. So guess what? On the road underdog, but in a very road-friendly stadium, probably be 50-50 from a crowd support standpoint. But Vegas still sees the Shedeur Sanders Browns as 3.5-point underdogs to the worst team in the league west of the Mississippi, the Las Vegas Raiders. So all I'm saying is, Shedeur, listen, you talk big, you call yourself legendary, everybody's going to be watching. It's an afternoon game. It's not a lot of other games going on. This will be the highest rated game this Sunday. Do your thing, big dog. Do your thing where everybody's watching.
What did you think of his performance the other day there, Shaun, and what are your expectations for him this week?
I thought, and let me say this, if you support Shedeur, if you're a fan of Shedeur, if you're a prime sexual, if you're a Shedeur stans, the worst thing you can do is make excuses for his performance.
Agreed.
Because he falls into the same category as every other backup quarterback in the National Football League, is which you don't get a lot of reps, but when your number is called, they expect you to deliver. He also came into a game where they had the lead. They then lost said lead because of his inability to create and generate more points. So if I'm coaching Shedeur, I got to be honest with him. All right, this is what you wanted, right? I think it was G. Bush that said something yesterday on the show that I had mentioned, I think, on his podcast. Shout out to the barbershop, by the way. You can't win the position in one throw. You're not going to create a narrative on one drive. You've got to be able to control your emotions, stay mentally locked in, make the right decision, make an accurate throw on a consistent basis. There's one example that I want to pull up. Hey, Mikey, can we just pull the still shot up? This was the last drive of the game. Okay, I'll set it up. This was the last drive of the game. This was 3rd and 5, right? They're down, I think, 7 points. It was a minute something left on the clock, correct?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, a veteran quarterback, because of, I don't want to be aggressive, guys, but look at the inside slot that's running the out route. It's 3rd and 5, right, in a 7-point game. This is the deep ball he threw where the Ravens cornerback made a good play. It was a really good ball, but here's where he's got to grow. That kid that he threw that ball to, it didn't have a target or a catch in the game. What's his name? Lavardian, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Larvadan.
This is where Shedeur's got to get better. That's not Travis Hunter out there where you got a matchup advantage. You can never go broke taking a profit at quarterback. So you got to take this underneath throw that's going to pick up the first down, give you a new set of downs. You'll be in the red zone now with a chance to at least potentially tie the game, maybe win it if you score and go for 2. So I just wanted to show that graphic. He's got to play within himself and understand that this isn't the Bengals.
Shaun,
I can't just get reckless and throw one-on-one balls up because I don't have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Shaun, do you put any stock in the fact that the reason he was comfortable throwing that ball to Gage is because of the hungry dogs? After this post-practice, that's who he throws to in hungry dogs, and they do that little scrimmage thing?
Well, hungry dogs are hungry for a reason, because the high-end dogs, the ones that you breed and sell the puppies for $30,000, they get fed regularly, so they don't get hungry.
No, but I'm saying, do you think he was just comfortable throwing the Gage?
That was crazy.
Hey, he better get uncomfortable real quick.
Hey, can I ask
I'm not saying don't throw the Gage. What I'm saying is, and I'm glad you pressed me a little bit, because I want everybody listening and watching to understand what I'm saying. To master and play consistently at a high level at the quarterback position, your mind has to operate in an abstract way than most people think. I don't want to put Gage in that situation because of the situation in the game. And I have a wide open first down where if I make an accurate throw, if we could pull that up one more time, Mike.
That's a gimme, right, Shaun?
Look, if I make an accurate throw here, I think this is Jerry Jeudy, right?
It is correct.
Jerry Jeudy had just picked up a first down by making a couple guys miss. The outside cornerback is one-on-one. If I make an accurate throw to Jeudy, guess what? If that safety don't make that tackle, guess what that may end up being?
Touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the thing at the NFL level as a quarterback you have to come to grips with. This isn't college. I'm not going to play a whole lot of teams that have guys that are incapable on defense. I've got to take what the defense gives me. I got to be willing to throw the ball away if we have a pass protection breakdown. I've got to be accurate. I've got to be on time. Like, I'm not criticizing Shedeur. I'm teaching Shedeur, coaching Shedeur. I will be talking to him in the quarterback room. This wasn't the wrong decision, but it wasn't the best decision. So that makes it clearer.
So if you was in the coaching room, because I like this because a lot of people don't know you was an offensive coordinator at the Division I level, high level, and when you are breaking tape down and you guys get to this point right here, how would you go about coaching him in this situation? If he says, "Look, hey coach, look, I think I seen something. I was giving my guy a shot." How would you coach this and what would you say to him in this specific situation? Because I think you are correct. There needs to be an adjustment of the way you're thinking.
And what I would tell him is, okay, we got man-to-man to the side you're looking, right? Mm-hmm. How much does Gage make and how much does Jeudy make?
Veteran undrafted minimum versus the highest paid receiver on the team.
Right.
So you telling me that you thought the best decision here, we pay him all that money for a reason. For these situations, for him to catch this out route and then make the safety miss. And if the pursuit gets over and tackles us on the 5, fine. And I wouldn't be saying this if the safety had taken the air out of the coverage and it was going to be a contested out route. But Judy's wide open here. And I also wouldn't be saying anything if we had who was the receiver from Alabama y'all had that caught a lot of balls? Amari Cooper. If this was Amari Cooper out there, I'd be like, okay, cool. But this is where Shedeur's kind of just got to tweak his decision-making a little bit, right? And it's not a bad decision, but it's not the best decision.
I like that because Tyvis not going to make that play as a safety. He's not going to make that play.
Whoa.
Not only
Tyvis taking strains over here.
Not only am I going to make that play, I'm going to pick it off and throw my wrist up as I'm going up the sideline the whole way. That's what I'm going to do.
First of all, Judy's already coming out of his break, and the safety's still a good 7 yards away.
Yeah.
If he throws an accurate ball there,
Jay just called in and said he wasn't wide
nobody.
He laid on the read.
Let's not do that again.
Shaun, let me ask you, because you had this opportunity. Steve says that Trent Dilfer got hurt, and you had to go in the game. Did you have? Obviously, you probably didn't have a ton of reps. Was the chemistry good with you and the other receivers when you had to go in there and make those plays?
No, the backup quarterback doesn't get first-team reps in the National Football League. And my situation was more dire because Trent was rolling to his right and fell and broke his collarbone. I didn't even know my helmet was. Shedeur had pretty much the entire halftime. Like, people don't make that point. Like, it wasn't like it was a first down concussion he had to come in on. He had the whole halftime to get himself ready. And listen, you can practice every snap and in year one still not have like a innate camaraderie with the guys you're throwing to. Like, that comes over time, over years. Like, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams at their height. Like, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Like, they've grown into that. So, at this position, especially when you're a 5th-round draft pick, you may only get one shot, not just to be a starter, to be a participant in the National Football League. Mm-hmm. Like, this is how serious this is, guys. So we already had a bunch of teams that bypassed Shedeur. Right? They had an opportunity on draft to select him. The reality is, no matter what you think, he's a 5th-round draft pick that's playing because the 3rd-round draft pick got injured. He's got to go out and be efficient and effective every play. That's what this is about. It's not about being spectacular. It's about being efficient and effective. Just do your job, right? If there's an opportunity to take a shot down the field, take it. If it's not there, accurately check the ball down. If there's a complete breakdown in pass protection and you don't feel like the escapability option is high, throw the ball away. Like, it's the little things. It's getting us out of a run into an overload and into a run where we got better numbers and leverage. Like, it's the nuanced things of playing the position that I'm going to be watching on Sunday.
Shaun, what should the expectations be for Browns fans out of Shedeur this weekend against Las Vegas? I mean, they're not a great team. They're a 2-8 football team too. What do you think we should see? What's realistic?
Well, the guy said he's legendary, right? So a win.
No matter what the stat line says. I mean, how he plays. I mean, if you get the dub, you get the dub.
The stat lines, yeah, get the dub. The stat line's a stat line. Like, I'd rather he go an efficient 14 of 18 for 161 with 1 touchdown and no picks than go 27 of 47 for 300 with 1 touchdown and 2 picks. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not as worried about the stats. I'm worried about the performance, the efficiency, the execution. Does this look like the kind of composure we can build around and become a champion? Right? Because Stafford has weeks where he throws for under 200 yards. Like, you're not just going to go out there every week and blitzkrieg every NFL defense. Like, the Raiders got issues, guys. The defensive front is not one of them.
Right.
Like, Max Crosby about to get after the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to do the same thing. And there was a clip that Wiggins from the Ravens said after the game. I actually tweeted it out. When an opposing defender says, we knew they weren't going to throw the ball deep, Kevin Stefanski, Tommy Reese, y'all have got to establish at least the threat of throwing the ball down the field. Otherwise, you're going to get what you got against the Ravens, which is all 11 guys within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, eyes glued in on Quinshon Judkins, and we'll react to any play action.
Shaun, I've been asking everybody about this, but you're really the best person to ask. The biggest issue with Shedeur has been, or one of the biggest issues, is the fact that he runs backwards a lot and ends up with these sacks where he loses like 15 yards. This has been an issue going back to college, probably going back to high school, but in those levels he can get away with it. You can't get away with that in the NFL. How can that be coached out of him, or how can that be fixed? Is that hard?
So it's not hard, but it takes time. Number one, because he's actually more athletic than people give him credit for, especially with his short area quickness. His ability to make the initial defensive lineman and miss and evade him is pretty legit. But if I was coaching Shedeur, here's how I'd explain it to him. We got to have an escape plan, right? As we're diagnosing the coverage, what's our escape plan if we have a pass protection breakdown? Is there a check down, a swing route? Is there a underneath route that we can get the ball to quick, or is throwing the ball away going to be our option, especially when we're in advantageous down in distance? So I'm talking 1st and 10, 2nd and 4, where we don't want to take a negative loss. Listen, if we're in 3rd and 8 and he takes a 10-yard sack, who cares if he's trying to run around and make a play? Because we're punting anyway.
Right.
But him starting to grow and mature at the position to understand game management, that'll be when what I would be really coaching him on is understanding the difference between taking a 10-yard sack on 1st and 10 as opposed to 3rd and 8.
All right, this is where.
Am I boring you guys? Hold on. Why are they on their phone? Am I boring you guys?
Jeez, who's on their phone?
You're not boring me at all, brother.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Shaun, it's my wife's birthday.
Good job calling them out.
Both their wives' birthdays today.
Good job calling them out.
I had to send them a text. Sorry.
Listen, I was going to my next question.
Yeah.
Listen, this is where you get paid your money. You mentioned something just now. Now he gonna wait till G. Bush go. He gonna wait till G. Bush go.
Can you multitask?
You gonna wait till G. Bush go? I don't. No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What the heck? How the heck can you? How the heck can you throw the ball downfield and you ain't got tackles? How you going to throw the ball downfield and you got Max Crosby bearing down on you? What's the game plan look like? And you know what it is. Quinshaw, Judkins, everybody looking at him like, listen, we're not going to let you beat us. You're going to have to do something different. What is the game plan for Shedeur Sanders except for in not running the ball on first and second down and being at 3rd and 7?
Glad you asked, because explosive plays don't necessarily have to be balls thrown down the field. This is where Tommy Rees and Stefanski have to get creative in some of these rub routes, some of these movement throws where we can get guys to have to run over another receiver to get to the guy they're covering, where we can get a guy the ball in space. Maybe some tight end screens, some delayed stuff where we punish the defensive line for getting up the field. You know how the tight end, they attach him to the tackle, he acts like he's blocking, then they run the inside. Like, I'm talking getting creative with creating some explosive plays to try and slow that pass rush down. Not just a traditional drop back, deep dig with a clear route, with a post. No, I'm talking about getting creative, throwing some slants, some movement stuff to try and get guys the ball, going vertical, where they can create chunk plays.
Shaun, last thing, I got to get your thoughts on Myles Garrett. He's on pace for 25.5 sacks, which would shatter the NFL record. We think there's a good chance he's going to go down as the greatest pass rusher of all time when it's all said and done. You've seen a lot of football over the years. You've played a lot of football over the years. The way this guy is playing right now, what do you make of it?
He's a great player, but he's boring, and he plays for the Browns. And so he's going to have to have some team success, I think, to elevate, because, and here's what I mean by that, it's no disrespect, but the truth is the truth. It doesn't have emotions, right? Yeah. Not many people care about what's going on with the Cleveland Browns outside of the Cleveland Brown fan base.
That is correct. That's fair.
So if you ask the casual NFL fan who's the best pass rusher right now in the National Football League, a lot of people would say Michael Parsons, T.J. Watt,
they
and
lost
the
their
such.
mind. They lost their mind.
Nuts.
I don't know that I agree with you, Shaun. I don't know that I agree with that.
No. Here's what I'm saying. Not because Myles Garrett isn't better than those guys, but those guys are more high profile in that they play for national brands.
That's true.
Like everywhere the Steelers go, it's a 50-50 crowd. I know Myles is in Green Bay now, but Mike is in Green Bay, but most of his career was in Dallas. Everywhere Dallas goes, it's a 50-50 crowd with Cowboy fans. They have national fan bases. And so I think Myles Garrett is the best pass rusher right now and is in the conversation with Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Lawrence Taylor for all time. But he's also a reserved person, not very outspoken. You don't see him on commercials. And the Browns haven't been very good during his tenure. Yep. That's just my point, because favoritism does play into it.
That's fair. Shaun, great stuff as always, man.
You brought it home.
Good job calling these guys out for being on their phones.
We appreciate you, Shaun.
And way to rip them, Shaun.
You gotta learn how to multitask, Shaun.
Hey, Tyvis, you're never making that tackle against Jerry Jeudy with all that space, dog. Well, you up, baby.
All right, Shaun. We'll see you next week, Shaun.
Hey,
appreciate you, man.
Shout out to you, dog. Shout out. Love you, man.
All right, guys. This afternoon, and by this afternoon I mean around like 1:30ish, give or take.
Yeah.
Jason and I are going live for an Ultimate Cavs show. It was the only time it worked with his busy schedule. So as soon as we wrap up overtime, we're going to post our stuff, and then we're going to come back down and shoot an Ultimate Cavs
I got to be honest, no offense, but the way you started that sentence, I thought there was going to be a much sexier announcement.
No.
Than a live Ultimate Cavalier show.
It is a big preview, though. We got the Rockets coming to town tomorrow. We're going to test the Cavs' physicality early. So
Cavs going to get smoked in this game or what?
You got Jason.
We'll find out.
You got Jason working? Wow.
I do have Jason working on an off day, so
work.
that's dedication. Let's talk a little Cavs, though, guys. They ended up beating the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday by 12. Giannis went out in the second quarter, Tyvis, after having a dominant first quarter. He's going to be okay. After the game, Kenny Atkinson came into the locker room, or came into the press conference room and was like, "These are tough, man. These are tough." He said the team is in a slog right now. It's still trying to work through some early season things, get their rhythm right. They're 10-5 on the year despite not playing.
And another nothing game for Mobley there, Mike.
Mobley wasn't good. Allen wasn't good.
He's tough to watch, dude.
Sam Merrill.
It's so frustrating. I went to the game last night, by the way, Mikey, so I was there.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there last night.
Text me next time. I'll come say what's up.
All right, I will.
It's just
dude, between him and Allen, I want to pull my hair out, and it's already starting to fall out.
Yeah.
So Mobley he's a very talented guy, obviously, but he's so frustrating. He's so frustrating when he's like a walking turnover. He just seems like he's always not smooth for some reason.
He's definitely not smooth.
He still looks Bambi-esque. I used this last year.
Thank you. That's a good way to put it.
He just sometimes a young deer runs gracefully, and sometimes a young deer trips up on his own feet. And there was one possession last night, and Dustin, I'm curious if you remember this
Where he
one.
heaved it.
Well, he shot it with 10 seconds on the clock.
No. We'll talk about that in a sec. He got the ball 4 feet from the basket with A.J. Green, the Bucks' 6'4" shooting guard, on his back.
Former Bengals wide receiver, of course.
Or very
having a second career.
They
in
look
the
very
NBA.
different. You can take that you want. One's a shooter, one's a receiver.
Yeah.
He had him pinned with
One's
his
a
back
DB.
to the basket.
True.
And he was not able to move A.J. Green. A.J. poked the ball out and ended as a turnover. Those are the positions when Evan Mobley catches on a switch, he has to punish teams for switching.
That's just not
and
him.
if A.J. Green, and he had a nice move on another switch later in the game, so he was 1 for 2 on those opportunities yesterday. That has to be like a 90% success rate. Like 50% is nowhere near good enough. And yeah, there's another game where
it's the mentality.
he wasn't good enough.
That's why I checked out on him. It's the mentality. If Evan had Donovan's mentality, he'd be the best player in the league, and it wouldn't even be close. Hands down. But
let's not get nuts.
He would be.
That
man would be unstoppable.
He better than Jokic?
Yeah.
In basketball,
no.
Yes.
In basketball, y'all got to get this.
You know why? Because he plays defense, and Jokic is not a.
Sometimes you got it, and sometimes you don't. Like there's these evolutionary states where people be like, "Yo, he about to be crazy." No, sometimes you don't never evolve. His game is his game. His name is his name. Like if he didn't come. First of all, if you don't come into the league with a certain type offensive game, it's hard as heck. It's almost being like, all right, you ain't a defender. If you're a minus defender in college, what means you're going to be a plus defender in the league? Either you got it or you don't. I mean, there's a very 2 or 3 years where it could click for you and turn on. Like, put it to you like this. Donovan Mitchell was not at Louisville. Donovan Mitchell wasn't I'm him. But when he got to Utah in them first 2 years, the Himothy gene just turned on. And when he got the Himothy gene, it was over. Mobley don't have the Himothy gene.
That's a fact.
We were hoping he'd beat Kevin Durant. He's not even Chris Bosh.
Bro.
No, he was never beat Kevin Durant. No one said that.
All right, so we were hoping he was going to be Chris Bosh?
Did you see?
Kevin Garnett was the comp.
Yeah, he ain't going to be Kevin Garnett.
He don't got a better offensive game.
He got the mentality to be.
He don't even got a better offensive game than Michael Beasley. He's not a skill.
Stop that.
Whoa,
Gee, come on.
whoa, McNuggets.
Gee, listen,
No.
My Evan Mobley stock's in jeopardy, but let's not pretend Michael Beasley.
Let's be clear. You go back. Listen, let me go ask LeBron. LeBron been on record. D-Wade been on record saying that the one of the most offensively gifted players they've ever seen in their life is Michael Beasley.
In street ball settings. He was never a good pro, man. He was never a good pro.
Well, listen, here's the thing, man. You always got to understand, it's about where you go in being a pro and what opportunities you got. Not saying Evan Mobley is exponentially better than Michael Beasley. What I'm saying to you is the mentality that Michael Beasley has, an ability to score from every single position on the floor, Evan Mobley don't have that. He just don't have it. And you can work on it. If you give him, think about it like this. If you give him the ball in the post on the switch, we still talking about is you going to punish him. Mm-hmm. Come on now. That's supposed to be barbecue chicken at all times. You got a little on you? Which way you want it?
It took me all the way to this year, but I'm with Bull.
He'll never be better than Donovan Mitchell.
He's a nice player. He's a nice piece, but that whole being the best cat,
you wonder
miss
if
me with that.
This is way too early to have this conversation. It's unfair, but
you gonna trade
it's
him?
a little more interesting than a regular season game against the Bucks. You wonder at the end of the year if Mobley just is what he is, which was last year, really good NBA player, all-star, second best defensive player in the league.
He's still playing like an all-star this year.
What's that?
He's still playing an
all-star.
level.
No, he's a nice piece. I'm not saying he's a bad player.
No. I'm just saying, like even though we're down on him this year, he's still playing at an all-star level.
Maybe after all this talk of blowing it up, maybe he's the guy they end up trading at the end of the year. Probably not, but
he'll never be the best player on this team with Donovan. No. He'll never be the best player, and frankly, I don't know. Like, if he'll ever be the best player on a team that can compete for a title.
Right. I just think you could get more for him than anybody else you could trade.
Probably so.
Yeah, but he's also the youngest of the group.
Right.
So, like,
maybe that's the move. I don't know. Because if they flame out early in the playoffs again, you have to change something.
So their whole roster, and I don't want to dive super deep into like second apron stuff.
Yeah.
They have this year, next year, and then the roster's getting blown up regardless. Like
Right.
you have this year, next year, then regardless of what happens, just based on how much money these guys are making and the way the contracts
Allen will
are,
be gone at that point, right?
That ain't enough.
not necessarily. I mean, he's under contract through then,
Yeah.
but
No, but I mean, they'll let him go at that point.
they have decisions to make. But they have this year and next year with this current group. And then regardless of what you think of the core four, the ancillary pieces, they cannot keep it together past not this season, but next season.
You're insulting your own basketball knowledge, which is very high, by referring to them as the core four.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
Whatever you think of the combination of Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Donovan Mitchell, I'm trying to save seconds here so we could have a discussion.
Yeah.
Okay.
They cannot financially keep that group plus others together past the next
Anyway,
season after this. When Donovan's extension, by the way, and this is another thing that's coming up, Donovan's going to be in line for another Supermax extension when that comes. He's going to be 30 years old, and that salary for the Supermax, depending on the new CBA agreement, could be like $75 million.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot. And Donovan's never won a big playoff series, has he?
No.
You gotta think
And
about
Donovan's awesome.
As great as he is.
And we had comparisons of players, right? We had comparisons of players, and we had Donovan Mitchell like, yo,
Tier
what
2.
tier? He's a tier 2
star.
He's two superstar, whatever the case you want to say.
Right.
But even if you look at Evan Mobley and why everybody is out on him, is because you guys have the vantage point of seeing other people that wasn't even primetime ball players. Like, they was good for their area, but he don't have the offensive game they got. I'll give you 3 names, and you can't even refute that his game better than theirs. Let's start with one. LaMarcus Aldridge.
L.A.
He don't got that game. He don't have LaMarcus Aldridge's game.
Because L.A. punished people in the
Guess
paint, and he got that midi.
He don't.
G, I hate to interrupt. We got a little bit of breaking news here.
do?
I got to touch on. Yeah.
Is it about
I'm being serious, too.
Live Guardians?
No, we'll do more Cavs. Tune in at 1:30ish. We'll talk
Okay,
more
there
Cavs.
you go.
We'll talk
Go
more
ahead.
Cavs then. I'm being serious, though. We didn't talk about the report yesterday that Shedeur Sanders' house got broken into while he was playing. Mm-hmm. We just got the release from the Medina County Sheriff's Office detailing what was taken. And I'm going to read this word for word. This is from the Medina County. And it's not a joke, but I see both smirk. I'm being dead serious. It's not a
No,
joke.
I'm just saying. All right, good.
No,
I was hoping for some exciting breaking news, like a trade or something
No. But this is, we didn't talk about it yesterday, and we just got from the Medina County Sheriff's Office. On November 16th at approximately 6:46 p.m., 3 suspects entered the residence of Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Surveillance cameras in the residence were able to capture video footage of the suspects as they entered and exited different portions of the home. The suspects were wearing masks and gloves and can be seen exiting the residence at approximately 6:58. So they're inside the house for 12 minutes.
All right, the breaking news might be that Johnny Manziel was one of them.
It is estimated that approximately $200,000 in property was stolen. The Medina County Sheriff's Office is currently investigating the incident. Any information should be directed to Captain Eric Bors.
That sucks for him, dude.
$200,000.
That sucks.
Like, athletes been getting robbed a lot lately, and it's crazy because they know your schedule, they know you're not.
Yeah, it's messed. Well, why would you not have security? I don't understand why players don't have security. Joe Burrow got his house robbed last year. Remember? I feel like this is happening more and more
Greg
often.
Newsom and Perion Winfrey got their trucks, though.
Why would you got a lot of money? Why wouldn't you have security?
I mean,
like, have a security guard or at least an alarm system.
I mean,
well, security
I have an
guard,
alarm
security
system.
guard.
You guys have an alarm system?
I do have an alarm system. Problem is, like, we have it. We set it when we're on the road.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's in town. Maybe he just forgot to set it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's a life lesson, like, set your alarm.
But I feel like we're seeing this more and more in the last couple of years. You're seeing a lot of players. You're hearing stories like this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
You
Forget the money. $200,000 in his family is probably not a big deal. It's probably some stuff that he really cared about.
Yeah, whatever. Could have been like something like
might have taken personal stuff or whatever.
Could be memorabilia, dude. Who knows?
Yeah, no, that
You gonna mess around and kick the wrong door.
Did they catch these guys yet? They haven't caught them yet.
Now, I'm assuming that they just put out the press release. Then no, I can't imagine.
It's like, man, look, man. Like, nowadays, I be trying to tell people, man, the game is just different out here, man. Look, and you can have all the security you want. You can have all the whatever you got. Like, people gonna make moves, and it's crazy because you just learn you can't just be out there like that. You gotta stay 10 toes down. You can't be dropping locations. You can't, man. I'm a no-name gangster. I just be like, listen, you can't just be you can't just be out like that.
Yeah.
Because
you're right.
People pull up on you and you like, dang, bro. Like, and a lot of people don't be understanding that you are a target. Like I'm a nobody. But guys like this, they watch it and plot, and everybody think that you want them to be good, or they rooting for you. They plotting, they casing your spot out. They looking where you going. Oh, you at the game? Well, I'm in your spot. The guys, and they do little stuff to figure out where you gonna be, how you gonna move, and they watch you for months to get that. So for me, man, this is just a doggone shame that happened. But being an athlete, it comes with a lot of stuff. You earn a good living, but it just reminds you always got a target on your back at any time.
I have somebody stay in my house when I'm not there. When we go away.
You have a dog there, though.
Yeah, but that's why.
That's why you have somebody stay at your house.
Yeah,
that's part of the reason.
You're a dog sitter.
I also have a security system.
Yeah, we got some too.
Yeah.
I got a nice security.
By the way, anybody like Shedeur living that far away, Medina County?
Medina County's it's a big county, dude.
No,
it's
I know
not
that. But
it's not that far from.
Does he technically count as a West Sider?
Adam, Medina County is not that far from Berea.
Yeah,
you're talking about.
That's true. Depends where he is. Does that technically count as a West Sider? It's the West Side, but it's south. What are we counting?
You know that Myles Garrett lives down near where I live.
Does he really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so Shedeur, this is just east of Akron or west of Akron, right?
Yeah, Medina County is not that far.
Yeah.
Like from where I live in Akron area to Berea, like you're thinking about Cleveland. It's far to Cleveland.
That's true.
But to Berea is different.
No, but forget that part. But what about, does he count as a West Sider?
I don't live in Cleveland. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Does that count as West Side?
Last I checked, Medina's south. So
yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but it's also west of the city. Anthony.
Nah, he don't live in the city.
I wouldn't call it the West.
No.
Yeah, he don't live in the city. He can't. He don't have a distinction. Listen. Hopefully, he don't live there too much longer.
He could be living like in Brunswick or something. You know.
Tighten up, man. Well, here's what I'm saying. And it's crazy. Yeah, you're gonna have to move. People like say, man, I ain't never moving. Nah, yeah, you need to move where ain't nobody allowed walking around in the street.
And I'll tell you what too, man. Like my neighbors they know when I'm gone, and they are watch my next door neighbor, my man Greg. Oh my God, he's like, I might as well have personal security.
Get them neighborhood watch.
Like neighborhood watch.
Oh, they don't miss nothing.
Them neighborhood watch folks.
Yeah,
man. Listen, yeah.
I was the one that said that I make a little money and I never leave the hood. You right. And that's what I said. But as soon as I got my check, I was gone.
All right, we got some super chats to wrap up today's show. Brody's bottom line says Purple Pain or Off the Wall.
I don't know what that is.
What?
Off the Wall, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain Prince. We were talking about musicians.
This said Purple Pain.
He did say he said
Purple Rain is the greatest.
He said Purple Pain. He meant Purple Rain.
I'm guessing it's overrated.
Overrated. Is the you think it's overrated?
It's the best one.
You don't like Purple Rain?
I think it's his best song.
You don't like Future's version?
When Doves Cry?
When Doves Cry.
When Doves Cry is way
that's
better.
my joint
I'll take
right
Purple
there.
Rain.
What?
I don't know. I might take When Doves Cry.
What
That's
you talking
fine.
For you, it's personal choice.
Maybe I'm
banger.
just too
McGee
demanding.
chimed in on the music conversation. He said Eminem is bigger than Michael Jackson, which is just not true.
He's out to lunch.
What?
He's out to lunch.
What are you talking about?
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
That was
Next
Stupider,
one.
but it's up there.
Akron Hot Saucer says McNuggets, you have the Emmy. What's the story? The UCSS team won an Emmy in 2024 for the best live sports discussion show. So it's from this show. So shout out to you guys. Trizzy in the money says, Dustin, how many sneakers you got, man? True sneakerhead.
A lot.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you
He'll never give you the real number.
Nah,
and he shouldn't.
So I decided that when I was gonna come up, I was gonna buy a lot of shoes, and then Dustin joined the show. We started smoking Tyvis, but Tyvis got multiple kids, and then Dustin just came out of nowhere.
Got multiple kids too?
That don't count. It don't matter. Like, it don't even matter at this point.
Dustin has old CBA money.
Yeah, this Dustin got all. He got. He got the settlement. Dustin got settlement money.
He was a third-round pick on the old CBA.
Yeah, and
he's doing well.
He got that 2-family income. That joint be hitting tough.
Dustin, I'll save you. Let's get to the next one.
Yeah,
Hard pressure.
Child
Team signed players from rivals all year.
Come on, man.
Raiders have Kenny Pickett. QBs have the full playbook. The Raiders have the inside track already. Okay. James Mays says, I think Kevin Stefanski is on his own type of time, and it won't matter if Shedeur throws 4 touchdowns. If Dillon's healthy, he's playing.
No chance.
I feel like that might be. I tell you what, it would show his hand.
If he plays great.
If Shedeur plays great and he goes back to Dillon, it will tell.
Now let's be fair. The odds of him playing great, 4 touchdowns, it's not likely.
I agree.
But if he does,
but if he plays great and he goes back to Dillon, it says a lot.
I don't care nothing about none of that. You got one shot. I want to see that opportunity. I don't care what they talk about. Dillon can be null and void. Go get your money.
Go ahead.
Juicy Juice says, one thing I can't stand is a mindset of having to do things the way we always have. Stefanski and every other non-thinker needs to understand that both rookies needs reps. Change the process.
Okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm. It's fine to say that while also acknowledging that Shedeur wasn't being singled out compared to any other player.
Miss Bell says, from yesterday, the Ravens defensive coordinator Zach Orr was asked if he would prep for Shedeur, and he said definitely.
Of course he's going to prep for Shedeur starting quarterback.
No, that was the Ravens, DC. Ravens, not Raiders.
And then it was like, what we're going to do?
The Ravens were not preparing for Shedeur.
We're going to bring that hot pepper cola ham to you. We're going to bring everybody up there looking around. We're going to bring that heat. By the way, be ready for that.
OG Powers says 49ers and Raiders tickets have already doubled in price. Brando says, Tyvis, I don't know how true it is, but I heard Watson was named after his dad, and that's why he doesn't go by Derek. Desmond Johnson says Shedeur gets 1 start, 1 week of reps, and he has to play like Mahomes in the Super Bowl to stay. Get Shedeur out of Cleveland, please.
That's the way. That's the way life works.
I'm about to say that's life in the league.
Like that's the way the life. Is it fair? Nah. But when you the later draft pick, sometimes you get one shot to do something. I tell people all the time, you can make one bad decision and spend the rest of your life in jail. You can make one bad decision or show up late to work, and that you never get to be in that industry no more. So it ain't about the fairness of it. I go to jails all the time, and I see people in jails that made 1 or 2 bad decisions that messed their whole life up. But guess what? All you can ask for is the chance. The chance is here. You probably see
people in jail that shouldn't even be in there.
You're right. And guess what? They can either cry over that or make something with their life when they get out, right? So all you got is the next day. We ain't guaranteed nothing. God gave us one day at a time. Take advantage of that day.
Salvatore the 216 says, I want to meet you guys one day. Go Shedeur. He's special. He has the it factor. Trizzy in the money says, here goes Tyvis, the media analyst. OG Powers says, take your victory lap. Travis 12 starts in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Stephanie M says, Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron is Myles Garrett. Doe Just Slim says, hate for Shedeur is because he calls himself legendary. People say it's arrogant, and to them, he hasn't proved anything. From just seeing his posts about him on TV, his dad Flash rubs lame people the wrong way.
Is that why?
Original video says, I'm getting any given Sunday vibes from this upcoming game. I'm going to watch the movie before the game.
That's an overrated movie.
Any given Sunday or 100%. The program?
Well,
any given Sunday.
Program's better, but the program, they're both cheesy.
Very cheesy.
They're both cheesy.
But the
you
program,
love Any Given Sunday.
My favorite football movie.
See, he and I both said we thought it was overrated.
My favorite football
There's good moments in it.
The Pacino speech is the all-time great speech.
It is great.
All-time great.
Yes.
But some of the football is terrible, and to me, the best football movie of all time is Remember the Titans. That's my favorite.
Yeah, we talking about getting hype.
Oh, in terms of getting hyped?
Yeah, getting hyped. I'm going to go with the program.
I mean, they're both great for getting hyped.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
It's Latimer roiding up.
Kill them all and let the paramedics sort them out. Whew.
That guy, what's that actor's name? He was in...
his son... I want to say his son might have played for
starting defense.
Did he play for Old State?
What's the dude's name with the
linebacker's son? I want to say might have played.
No, the black dude. Butch
Alvin Mack.
Alvin Mack. Yeah.
Alvin Mack.
I almost called him Butch McCray, but that was in Blue Chips.
I want to say
when he's talking to that running back.
I know you.
Yeah.
That guy. We got 3 more. Let me get
that guy's amazing.
These last 3 in here. Frank Nitty said, Mike, I sent you a play so you guys can discuss.
The name of a murderer from mob days back in the 60s.
Frank, I did not see. I don't have a DM or a tweet about a play.
Really?
Christian Affirmation said, what are Shaun King's social media? And what's his Twitter handle?
It's just @RealSeanKing on Twitter.
And then last, Miss Bell says, is it normal for teams to not work with the QB2 on bad habits, not develop a QB2? If so, what benefit would you I'm going to make this make sense. If so, what benefit would it have been for Shedeur to sit behind a quarterback?
All right, so any final thoughts, guys?
Don't run backwards. Take a sack if it's there. Minimize that. And speed of the game, you have to pick that up on yourself when you get in the game. By the way, Tyvis, I must say, the hairline is
it's clean.
It's coming in.
It's coming in, man.
I mean, are you getting lined
a
up?
4-head or a 5-head?
Tell that some things like that never change.
Tell them laugh now, right? Cry later.
It's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
I might need a contact there at that place, man.
Yeah,
I'm thinning out, bro.
Listen,
I got what you need.
I'm about to get them stem cells.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You going to another country?
No, I'm make my own stem cells.
I don't even question what you said.
I'm not even going. Oh, by the way, I got to tell y'all this real quick. I hit a FanDuel parlay, so I didn't know. So when the Cavs played the Grizzlies, I had Ja Morant on the ticket. Ja Morant got hurt in the first quarter. I didn't know that they did insurance.
Yeah.
So FanDuel gave me $1,500 in bonus bets. So I took the $1,500 in bonus bets. So I took the bonus bets.
Wait, how'd you get?
I did a
bonus bets?
I did a 2-leg money line of Spurs
You hit a
Rockets,
parlay.
and it paid me $1,400 because you don't get the bonus bet money. So I got $1,400. So I took a $25 parlay that turned into $1,500. That turned into $1,400.
Nice.
That's going into the joint account.
Oh, yeah. All right, coming up on Overtime.
Shout out my boy Chris.
Why are certain people at certain places so crabby? We'll get to that.
I can't wait to hear that discussion. See you in 3 minutes.
Peace.